All right, my people. All right, my people. I see there's a few people in here. I'm gonna let the crowd build up a little bit. I'm gonna let the crowd build up a little bit before I jump off in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all had a good Saturday. You know, like I said, I'm gonna let the crowd build up. We got breaking news tonight. CNN satellites from outer space. You know when you heard it first. PBK9s. You know what I'm saying? I gotta let a few more people get up in here. Salute to all my brothers down in the chat. You know I can't check the chat right this second, but salute my brother Samurai Kennel, Fat Farm Ray. Let me see, man. That's just how fast my memory goes. Salute to Dickie Foster, man. Legion Spirit 13. Yes, sir. Legion Spirit 13. Salute to you, fam. Yes, sir. Let's see who else up here. SBO, salute to you. Let's see, man. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing started, though, man. I'm just trying to get a few people up in here. Got that breaking news for my brothers tonight. You know what I'm saying? PBK9s. Let's start this thing off like we always do.
That the brothers on the rise now. Woo! Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but they see where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business is humongous, you would think that happens in it. Oh man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Looking for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have him yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket I sold. Yeah, they saying I'm the man. Facts, bro. Lot of haters, tell me where they at though. I'm the new pop, all I do is rap though. Want me on your song, throw a couple stats, yo. Woo! Everybody wanna do the same thing, yo. That's why we ain't on the same page. Do my own thing, and I maintain. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Yeah, I'm going mainstream. Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
Okay, we back up in here. Thank y'all for rocking with your boy tonight. PBK9's giving it to you the way I always do. Fair and unbiased. Some gonna like it, some ain't, man. Like I always tell you, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to hit that like button. And don't forget to drop down in the comments as well. Salute to all the brothers in the chat again. And salute to the big bro J-Bo in the building. What's going on, my brother?
Ain't nothing, man. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. How you been since the last time I spoke to you?
Oh, I've been doing pretty good, man. I've been high.
Hey, I ain't nothing wrong with that. Shit.
Yeah, man. Salute to the chat, man. How y'all dudes doing, man? Hope we don't make no enemies tonight, you know?
Yes, sir. Salute the Mayhem up in the building. Jay's Moonlight, Liquid Lucky up in the building. Yes, sir. I see y'all, man. Salute to you. Yeah, man. Hope we don't make no enemies tonight, J-Bo.
Man, I'm going to go ahead and say I'm sorry before we start.
Hey, might as well. Yes, sir. Salute to the bro Melvin Brown out there, man. Salute to the bro Melvin Brown.
What's your name,
yes, sir.
Legion Fury.
Yes, sir, man. Salute to all the brothers.
Yeah, I got a question to ask you before you get started. I asked you on the last time we talked.
Oh, go ahead.
Everybody be making these dog these registered marriage type breedings
Yeah.
on paper, but actually before they get the dog, you know, and I just wonder how the hell it's done, man. You think you could put one together on paper for me before?
We mean like
And I ain't without mentioning a random famous ass dog. You know, I want you to do. I'm gonna make it too easy for you. I'm gonna give you no high caliber bitch, and you name 3 of the best dogs in the world names. You know,
yeah. Shit.
because some people be doing this on paper, man.
Oh yeah.
I don't see how you could test it on paper. You know, if I gave you 5 readings,
Mm-hmm.
all right, I give you a bitch, and I give you 5 breedings, and my name J-Bo Gardner.
Yeah.
And I done worked out this deal with you. After you breed this hoe, and make this hoe possibly a PRRM, I want the dog back. So I'm gonna give you this bitch with a random pedigree. Say, I don't call no name. Just say with a random pedigree, and I give you 5 breedings.
Yeah.
And show me how I like these dudes be doing. Show me how could you do that on paper?
Shit, I don't think you can,
And
man.
I'm gonna give you $5,000, and I'm gonna give you this bitch and tell her I need you to make her a POR for me, and I'm gonna give you 5 breeding. The only reason I'm gonna give you 5 breeding because 2 times she might don't take, 1 time she might have 1 puppy. So I give you 5 breeding. So give me 5 scenarios to where you think you can make a dog.
I tell you what, if they give you the dog and tell you that, I need for you to make a PR, that's the key words right there already.
Yeah.
That's the key words. They're telling you, make this dog, make me a rum dog. But me this dog. I don't care what you do. I don't care how you do it. But you better say you got some damn champions off this damn female.
Yeah, I've been seeing people look like they've been doing this on paper now, so I want to actually see how this done.
Hey, shit beats me, man. It's probably the same way they do it on online pens.
Well, give me a scenario. Who would you breed to first?
I'll tell you what. You mean this me naming any dogs from the past or anything?
Yeah, 5 breeding. Say this whole bred Rascal, Red Bar, Bolio. No famous dogs. Don't call no famous dog's name because that's too easy. More with a bloodline, not the dog. Give me 5 breedings and show me how could you make this bitch all roll them bitch. Theory, paper. You know, it's all in the mind anyway. So you could actually make this work.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. I probably just talking. We just talking.
Just talk.
I take the you said Jeep Red Boy Rascal.
Jeep Rascal Bolio.
Oh, Jeep Rascal Bolio. Jeep Rascal Bolio. They say the Jeep Rascal go good together. So I'll probably start with a 50-50 cross of that. And then I probably, when I'll tell you the truth, I'm more of a fan of the Bolio stuff. So I'm going to take the 50-50, the Jeep Bolio. And then I'm going to throw me a little, I'm going to probably, let me see. I got a 50-50 cross right there, Jeep Bolio. Now on the next breeding of the offspring off that, I'm going to take that back into the Jeep male. That's going to be 75% Jeep, 25% Bolio.
Give me a name. Give me a name of a male.
Or a male?
Yeah, no famous dog though. That's too easy.
Shit, I don't know.
You can even call Sambo.
Man, I ain't gonna lie now. With my dog, shit, I think he'll damn. I can make him a rum dog with a damn poodle.
All right, well that's 1 breeding then. You got 4 more breeding.
All right, Sambo with All right, I tell you what. That dog, them boys bought over here, going hard, bought a dog over here and bred it with Little John a long time ago. And they said they didn't like how the little turned out.
That's too easy. That's the famous dog name. That's too easy.
Okay. All right. Shit, I'll take Bo. I ain't gonna lie, man. Bo, Jeep. I don't really know them if they're not famous. You know, most of the dogs we gonna call them.
That's the whole thing I'm getting at. Go ahead.
If we, if we know their names, they got some sort of fame to them.
So you can also say you the bred to Sambo all 5 times.
Yeah. Yep.
Now you remember he want the dog back, so you gonna want him to have a yard, that bitch back and make all the rim off of your dog like that?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. With me, this my
Wait, okay, where's the caveat? But you keeping 2 puppies off each litter.
Now, if y'all work the deal, now I mean, hey, it is what it is. If y'all work that kind of deal, you know, then
But you keep 2 puppies off each litter.
Yeah, if y'all work that kind of deal and you keep 2 puppies off each litter, then and if you made a ROM, that means you should have some hellified shit in your yard.
Remember, I gave you enough money for the stud fees. I gave you $5,000 too.
Oh shit! I don't know, dog.
I've seen it. The people be doing it on paper every day, and I'm seeing all these champions and PORs and ROLs, and I'm seeing people buying puppies, putting them in their breeding programs. How the hell you buy a 6-week-old puppy and putting them in your breeding program?
Yeah. I feel you on that.
So you must could do this on paper. I'm listening.
No, you can't do it on paper. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example.
They doing it on paper.
It depends now. J-Bo. It depends. It don't depend. It don't depend, but it do depend. Okay, I'm give you a quick example.
Okay.
Say for instance, name the most famous dog in the Mississippi, Louisiana area from back in the days.
You know, that's how they used to do it back in the days.
See, now
they used to actually put it together before it actually happened.
Now, say you get a puppy off whatever the most famous dog was at that time, and back in the Louisiana, Mississippi, back in the 90s. Okay, now you got a puppy off that. Now this dog is off a grand champion, right? Now that goes back to what I was talking about why they didn't breed yellow offspring. I mean, why they didn't roll yellow offspring so much, and why they didn't roll red boy offspring so much, because of the benefits of breeding with them, right? So if you get a dog that you know is off yellow, okay, it's a puppy. Now you're going to breeding off paper, because you're saying, I got this 2-month-old puppy. I know what he's going to be for. I'm not getting him for nothing else. I'm getting him to start my yard up. You know what I'm saying? You might be going against the rules of the game by not messing with the dog, by not looking at the dog. You may be going against the rules of the game, but, you know, sometimes it just be like that. You know, that's the only way I can see a person getting a dog and saying, oh, I'm automatically. You know, everybody start their yard up different ways, Jay. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it just depends on what level you coming in the game at, because you might go grab, say, 2 dogs. Let's say if JD Hall was grand champion JD Hall. Okay, they might get 2 dogs off JD Hall and say, they want to add this into their program. You know what I'm saying? But it might work for them, it might not. That might be the learning curve they get, and they say next time they can't just do it like that. They got to do it a different way. You know what I'm saying? It just, I don't know, man. It just depends. I believe if you get, you yourself, if it's a important enough dog back in them days, if the dog was just that important, from the time you laid your hands on that dog, you had plans for that dog outside of hunting plans. You know, you had other plans for them. It's dogs out there just that important that you could have laid your hands on. I believe you yourself.
Yeah, I don't know, but one way I could have done it, and I might wouldn't have been the best of friends with whoever gave me the dog no more. But if you gave me with that same offer with a dog, you know what I would have done?
What that?
You told me you gave me 5 breedings, and you trying to make the soul register married, and you gave me some money for some stud fees. And you made a deal with me that you want this bitch back after I make these breeds and I get dogs off each other. You know the first thing I'm gonna do with that hoe?
What that?
I'm gonna roll that hoe.
Yeah.
You know the second thing I'm gonna do with that hoe? I'm gonna roll that hoe. You know the third thing I'm gonna do with that hoe? If she's still with me, I'm gonna do that hoe. So now, if I happen to win, now I got leverage on any male dog in this world, because I got something to offer now. I can easily get to something that I couldn't get to with a winner.
Yeah.
Remember, I still got the money. I ain't made a breeding yet. Now, depending on how good she is, I may be able to put her. See, now, don't forget, I bet your money. Now I got double the money. Now I got 10 grand.
Hold on. I mean to cut y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I got it wrong. I didn't understand exactly what you said. Is not either. It wouldn't have made a difference what I said. But you said he gave me the money for 5 breedings, right?
Yeah.
That I was supposed to make in the future, but I just got the money for him already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I see what you did just now. Yeah.
I made it easy for you because I see people do it on paper so easy. I'm like, how these people doing this on paper, man? When you can't fucking do it in real life like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they can do everything on paper now on computer, man.
But I've been seeing people buying puppies, dog, putting them in their breeding programs. That ain't on paper. That's in the mind.
Hey, when I drop that breaking news, they might want to do it on paper.
Yeah. That's all we got left now is still acting. You know, you better not touch nothing like that no more. But I'm just saying the old way gone, bro.
Oh yeah.
The old way gone. You'd rather get a bitch from somebody and breed and make puppies instead of trying to see if you got the opportunity to have a match dog.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, you loan it to me like that here, and if you giving me all that motherfucking room, I'm gonna do that though.
Then what if you turn a champion, and then your partner he want a breeder?
But the deal already there that he getting it back anyway.
Yeah.
So actually, I done something better for him now. Now when he got puppies off of me, he got a champion. Then I got dogs off of each litter that I made when I did breed.
Yeah. Now let me ask you a question, being that we talk about like that. Wouldn't as far as that dog making rum, the puppies wouldn't matter with that dog making rum, would it? Only the offspring, right?
No, but by now me having a 2-time winner, I could breed to some of these dogs that way I ain't got to spend no money.
Yeah. I got you now. I got you. Once you build her important, now that goes back to what I was saying too. Now if I got a female coming directly off Eli, directly off G, directly off Yellow, they gonna want some of that anyway.
They gonna want some of that anyway. So now you got something on the table now.
Yeah. Yep.
You got a good bitch, a good winner, 2-time winner, 1-time winner. You bring it to the table. See, that's how most of these dogs make all of them dogs. They got good dogs being bred to them. You never hear about the breeder of these dogs. You always hear about the sire. When we talk about Mayday, we talk about Mayday. You don't talk about who they bred him to.
Yep.
I'm just using Mayday name. I ain't mean to talk about Mayday. I'm just using his name. I know nigga don't want to hear that fucking Mayday name. This ain't any name, you know.
Yeah.
When you talk about Eli and you talking about what he produced, you ain't talking about them bitches. You talking about Eli.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go to the pedigree and say, oh, well, that's the bitch they bred him to. You know, some dogs be so big, they make the dog man name.
Yep.
They make his name. There ain't many iconic dogs like that, bro.
Nope. You're right about that.
Yeah, that can make a name for you. You ain't got to match no dogs. The only thing you got to do is just do the thing with the dog that you got. If that ain't number breeding and selling puppies, the world gonna know you for the rest of your life.
Yes, sir. Salute to the brothers that just came up in the chat, man. Arrowhead up in the building. Hunt down what it is. Supreme Excellence 1. Yes, sir. Hey, J Bo, let me ask you, man. When it comes to the breeding and these traits and stuff like that, you think athleticism is a trait that brothers still try to keep in their dogs?
Yeah, they call it ability.
Yeah.
Yeah, you better breed. That's the second thing I look for after gamers. I could get away with 2 of them. If you game,
yeah,
and you got some ability, like you could wrestle,
but
or something like that, I could use you just with those 2 traits.
Yeah. Now since you say about the ability, we got athleticism, what I would consider like just a dog. We're not talking about like if he hunting, we just talk about how he moving on a flirt pole, how he running, how he acting. He just, wild acting dog, good acting dog. Okay. Now we got ability, but then how far is ability from intelligence? Because if we could wrestle, but he got ability, but how much, like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like ability, when you say like wrestling, can he
Yeah,
How far is that from intelligence?
yeah. I like a smart dog, but I don't like to see it in his face though.
Yeah, yeah.
I kind of like the ones that already know what to do before you do it.
Okay.
When their back hit the ground, they know how to get out of trouble before
Yeah,
they really get into trouble. Them good, super intelligent ass dogs that you seem to where you could be looking all around and looking in your eyes, and I'm kind of scared of them dogs, PBK.
hey, that motherfucker start looking over there at you, and it ain't up 5 minutes. He done looked over there at you a couple times.
Hey, you wouldn't worry about me being with you at first. So what the hell you looking at me for now? Yeah, I don't like them too smart ass dogs. But ability, you gonna need ability. If I can get by with ability and gamers, I can get away with the mouth part. As long as you can stay out of trouble, you can wrestle a little bit, and your pit game, you got to be dead game because you can also win a pit game type dog.
Now let me ask you this: can a dog be lacking gameness, but be so smart that you think he's game? He's so smart, he know how to make himself look game.
Yeah, yeah. If you're fighting a dog that you know to quit already, yeah.
Yeah, I heard. I heard. I'm listening.
Yeah, that's about the only way something like that's gonna look good on something.
Yeah.
Because around there, usually the last time they quit a little bit faster this time. So if it took them 20 minutes the last time, you start looking at it after 10.
Yeah. Well, he haven't necessarily quit before, but he just, you know what I'm saying, he's more smarter than he is game. He's not the super gamest dog. Well, I guess J-Bo, if you could say
yeah, you can still win matches like that as long as you know how to stay out of trouble. You stay on their head long enough, but you can't be too one dimensional. So somebody gonna catch you. They're gonna catch up with your pass.
Yeah.
But you can win your shit. You could be a champion. You can become champion like that before somebody keeps up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you right. You right. These dogs ain't good than everybody want to make them. You know.
Mm-hmm.
They got something that slipped through the cracks.
I was thinking to myself earlier, man, really, three ain't hard to get. It is and it ain't. If we talking Wild West days, 3 ain't hard to get hold to.
Oh, 3 kind of hard to get down this way because they let you get one. You know, half the people back then used to lie about the first one anyway.
Yep.
You know, the first one was off the chain, or you went and get somebody you know they quit already, or somebody that you don't know ain't as exposed you in it. You know, so you really just push on that first one.
Yeah.
So that second one, that's when you go to be seen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's when you get yourself in trouble. When you go to be seen on that second one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people used to shop for motherfuckers like that down here. They wouldn't let you make champion.
Dang.
Yeah, they'll borrow a dog to stop you. They don't even know you, bro, just to stop you for general purposes of it.
Dang. So yeah, let me ask you, man. You ever heard that vaccines shorten the life of a dog?
No, I never heard that.
I heard that before.
Like 7, 8 1 shots and stuff like that.
Not like the first ones, but like shots throughout the years.
That's the first time I heard of that. I just know what they done preached in my head, you know. I ain't saying you wrong. I just know what they done preached in my head. The first shot, the second shot, 15 days after the first shot. Most people used to do it a month, then a month, then it's once a year after that.
Yeah.
And then I was told maybe 30 years ago, maybe about 35 years ago, that the 8 and 1, they didn't have the 9, 10 and all that back then.
No.
Well, the 8 and 1 on different was with the coronavirus and the Gardidia or something.
Yeah.
I ain't pronounced that right. But it wasn't in our climate. So we didn't have to give those shots. We could have gave 4 or 5 7 ones or 5 ones. So now today, the coronavirus in our climate, but we ain't got no cure for it. The dog still die. Oh, now it's a different virus. Okay, well, you still ain't got a cure for it. So I don't know, dog. They tell us because maybe 5 years ago, they came out and said they wasn't making no more 5s, no more 6s, no more 7s. They was only gonna make. That's when they came out with the 9s and the 10s.
Yeah.
They discontinued the 5 and 7 ones, and after they brought the 9s and 10s out, two months later, they start wholesaling the 5 and 1s again.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a market dog. Just like I tell you, it's a hurricane. I mean, you go to motherfuckers dollar store and spend all your money, and it don't even rain by your house.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a game. Owners in the game.
Nephew's Bulldog say anybody ever heard of Grand Champion Hulk?
Hulk, Hulk.
Hulk like Incredible Hulk.
Oh, Hulk, Grand Champion Hulk.
Yeah.
Grand Champion Hulk. No.
No, I ain't never heard of him. Nephew's Bulldog. No, I ain't never heard of him.
Hulk. No, I ain't never heard of Hulk. I heard a dog named Hulk, but he wasn't the grand champion. He was down for some blackjack stuff.
Okay, now how would they call this right here, J-Bo? Sunrise J said he heard of a dog that was going for his champion in Florida. He lost number 3 in Florida and was sold, then won the 4th. So he lost 3, then he won the 4th one. So he actually had a 3-1 record. But how would you call him a champion, or he just 3-1?
Yeah, he just a 3-time winner.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. He make a big champion. I know he can't own a grand champion. I used to know that shit. He may still be a champion, but most of the time when they lose, I know he couldn't be a grand champion.
Yeah.
Because they might have picked him up, He might have lost game.
Yeah.
So I think you still could be a champion. Now don't quote me on it. I'm wrong 10 times a day.
Yeah. Hey, now let me ask you this right here, man. When it comes to underbite, is an underbite something that's something that you gonna steer away from if you see a dog that you want, but it got a bad underbite? Is that something you're trying to steer away from in your program, or?
Yeah, my dogs don't have underbites, but I wouldn't want to stay away from it. But man, I seen most dogs with underbite bite harder than dogs with fucking regular mouths.
Yeah.
That look like them the dogs that had the real mouth. Them old wop jaw ass dogs.
Yeah. You ever seen it with underbites that to the point so bad that you just couldn't get good grips on the dog?
Yeah. I seen a lot of Bob Hackman dogs was like that.
Yeah, it ain't bad if you can still get grips. If it's so bad that you can't make full grips, and you can see that just by grabbing hold to an object or something.
I don't know, man. Some of them dogs, man, the more fun ass jaws used to go under your dog, man, and come up with his leg, and then when he come off of it, your dog chin hit the goddamn ground. Like, man, they raised this motherfucking lips up, ain't no tooth nowhere by another one. Like, how in the hell he bite like that?
Damn.
Especially the balls bred dogs that you seen this way, they were mostly Bob Hackman dogs. I can't say they were really more balls. It might be more Bodeo, but there was a lot of the Hackman, the Dirty Mary stuff, And most of them dogs was undershot. And I seen a couple of Captain American dogs. They was kind of undershot. Man, but some of them son of bitches, boy, they could put it down, boy. When they wanted to grab your leg and shake that bitch about 15 times in a row.
Yeah. Hey, Nephew Bulldogs, what pedigree that is you sent me, Nephew Bulldogs? What pedigree am I looking at right there? Oh, that's the Hulk dog you talking about? Yeah, that's the Hulk dog right there. 5-time winner, grand champion Hulk. Let's see what he coming off of. He look what you call it? LT Ray on the top, L title on top. STP Lou Kane in the very bottom of the 4th. Garner's Frisco in the 4th. Well, actually, Garner's Frisco passed the 4th. Yeah, he got a lot of Frisco in him. A lot of Frisco.
Man, people talk bad about the Frisco dogs, man, but Frisco and the pedigree are 3 of the baddest dogs I ever seen in my life, bro.
He's scatterbred. He's scatterbred because he Frisco. He got Lucane in him. He got Jeep in him. He got whatever that LT rate dog coming off of.
Is it really a such thing as scatterbred?
Well, I'm just saying when I say scatter, I mean at least.
I know what you mean, but is it really any such thing as scatterbred?
I mean, it's
what make it scatterbred? A whole lot of people names that we don't know.
No, when you got Bolio, Red Boy Jocko. Say I take a Red Boy Jocko and Bolio, which is what Mayday is, right? Mayday, Red Boy Jocko, Bolio. Okay, now you can go to Jeep, Red Boy Jocko, Jeep, Bolio. If you go to anything else after that, that's scatterbred. You got Jeep, Bolio, Red Boy Jocko, Eli. You got 5 different bloodlines in there. That's what scatterbred is. You know what I'm saying? When you don't have a concentrated base of blood, you know what I'm saying? Right now, if you take that dog and you breed that scatterbred dog to any purebred dog, you know, I mean, it's to me, scatterbred mean at least 4 to 5 more bloodlines once you pass. I say you can have it with 4, but 5, you're looking right at the borderline of being scattered.
I see three bloodline in all those names you call.
Yeah, well, let me see.
Carver, Boudreaux, Kobe.
Well, it depends on how far you go back. If you want to go all the way back, you might
I think only thing separates race the blood is somebody new name that buys a puppy.
Oh yeah. That's all it is. That's all it is. Now, Jeep, and the Mayday stuff is gonna go kind of far back before you can meet the same 2 people, before you can meet the same dog in the pedigree.
Yeah, Jeep. What Jeep be? Friendly Bow. Then that got the Friendly Bow, some Kobe stuff, huh? And the bottom side of that honey bus would be bullets in the car was amber. So that's Boudreaux Kobe.
Well, that ain't
Boudreaux Kobe Kobe. Because the first name right after Honey Bunch's car was amber. And the second name after Honey Bunch is Bullison, Howell's Bullison. So you in the thick of it right there. So it ain't that full on the Jeep side. Now maybe on the Mayday side it is. You probably got to go back 5, 6 generations to call some names like that.
Now they say Red Boy Daddy, Tills Jeff. They say Tills Jeff them was off some heavy Kobe's dime stuff, or Sarge and one of them dogs. So I mean, it's all like you said.
Man, I know the boy don't get along, man. But you believe in that stuff he's saying about the Kobe dogs use bulldogs?
That they was bulldogs?
Yeah, you.
Well, I'm gonna say it like this right here, man. They look like full-blooded pits to me, but when you look at the color of them and you think about reality and common sense, either he started his dogs with some white pit bulls, or he threw some bulldog in it somewhere or another. Now, I did read something just today, because me and Sister Mary from Ireland was talking about the dogs being imported. I read something just today where a brother, actually I got the thing right here I wanted to show, where they was talking about, this is an old Ireland pit bull right here. Hold on, let me erase that
How small he is.
Yeah, let me erase that comment up there. Then you can see the picture all the way. Damn. That dog there was imported from Ireland, right? Yeah, he looked like about a 30-some pound dog. And we was talking about that the other day, as far as the bloodlines and stuff like that.
Boy, that's Brindle or Merle?
It looked like a Brindle color.
I hope it is. That would look like he's Merle.
Hey, man, you never know though. You never know. It looked Brindle though. I think it's Brindle, man. But you never know. Them Brindle spots kind of dark, and the other one's kind of light, ain't it?
Yeah, bro. Look around his head like that's a tricolor almost or something. He good looking little bit of dog though.
Mm-hmm. Now, you never know. Now, when I was reading that article, they said the folk that over here added what they wanted to add in it. They didn't do off pedigrees. So you know what the key words man said in that pedigree, in that paragraph? He said, today's time pedigrees are what you see off the eye. That's all you can go by. What you see off the eye on that pedigree. You can't go off of what they supposed to be. They supposed to be that, but you never can tell because the boys who started this shit, they all was hiding their bloodlines because it was a thing back then to keep your bloodline secretive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So most of the breeders didn't use papers like that. That's why I'm talking about. This was like in the mid 1900s and the early 1900s or whatever. But
I know it don't matter, bro. But an old nigga like me, that's exciting talk to me to know shit like that. Now, you know.
How about this?
I know it don't matter now to the dog man of now, you know.
Yeah. How about
But
this?
that's all I got is thoughts and memories, you know. So that'd be some important shit for me to know, you know, that these dogs was more bullshit than I thought they was.
Oh yeah. Now you got this right here for my brothers who
I
like
give
to
them a
talk.
whole lot of credit though. Look, they persevered through all the bad rumors, and look what they are now, you know.
Yep, you right about that. Now this picture I'm showing y'all brothers right here. This is a picture from one of the magazines, but what it's talking about is a dog named Bosco. Bosco will be on your right hand side. Okay, Bosco was the baddest 60-pound, 62-pound dog in America at 1907. 1907, one of the millionaires at this occasion right here, his name was Brother Gates. His last name was Gates. He put $50,000 that the dog Sleepy Jack could beat Bosco. You know what I'm saying? He put $50,000 on it. Now imagine what $50,000 was in 1907. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was the president almost.
Yeah, they had a hotel or something on this picture right here. At a hotel in the lobby or something. Something they got set up.
Look, they got more women at the fight than they got men there.
Mm-hmm. Back in the days, boy. Back in the days. Oh, I do want to say this, man. Nephew Bulldogs got some of the best. Because we were talking about seal dogs yesterday, J-Bo. I want to talk about that a little bit, too. Nephew Bulldogs got some of the best seal dogs I've seen that I like. I love them dogs that he got. I ain't going to lie to you, man. You know, that's why.
Looking black or something? Or
like
what?
That,
that's a funny looking black?
Yeah, like the sea lions, like a sea lion color, like a reddish black color.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that brother got some good looking dogs, man. He showed me some of them last night. Shit, boy, I ain't gonna lie to you. Them dogs look good, boy. Hey, nephew, man, I ain't gonna lie, boy. Them dogs, you know, I tell you that we can make them the stars. You know what I'm saying? Some of them just have that look. Put them on their camera. Shit. Hold up, man. Let me show you a picture. Another picture real quick before we get into this breaking news. Let me show you one more picture, my brother. Because, see, a picture is a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? A picture of a motherfucker. We always like to diss this dog right here. This picture right here I got out of the Sporting Dog Journal. This dog, we always like to talk about him, say it's not a pit bull, but the picture I found in the Sporting Dog Journal.
Damn, that's the Hulk?
Yeah, that's the Hulk. And the reason I put this picture up here because a picture is a motherfucker. That picture what made that dog famous right there. That one picture what made that dog famous. And if you look at that picture, you know that dog is not that big if you see that dog now. That dog is not that big, but that picture made him look like he was 80 times bigger than Marlon sitting beside him right there. You know what I'm saying? Just that one picture made him famous to where he can say, oh, he got the biggest pit bull in the world. But when you look at him, he's just an oversized bully in real life. He big, but he not big as he look right there on that picture. A camera will make your dog look the way you want him to look, the way you want it to look. You know what I'm saying? And that man got bred off just a picture. You know, that's the only reason my purpose was to put this picture up here to show brothers this man made millions off of manipulating a picture to make his dog look like the biggest pit bull you ever seen in your damn life. And when you seen that dog on that picture, and there's one more picture y'all remember y'all seen with the little baby in the bathtub. When he took them two pictures, that dog was famous from that point on. You know what I'm saying? He ain't had it. Nobody cared nothing about no bloodline. Nobody cared nothing about nothing. All they cared about was getting a dog of the ones in that picture. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's too many outlets these days, my brothers. Too many outlets. You know what I'm saying? Too many outlets. Let's see who up in that chat, man. Let's see who up in that chat. Sunrise J, man, I ain't sure. I think I done shot you a shout out already, fam. But salute to you again if I did, bro. Salute to you again. Yes, sir. We about ready for that breaking news, man. Because we got some more dog talk, but I know my brother's ready for that breaking news. The ones who ain't in here yet, you know what I'm saying? They can get in here. They're here when they get in here, you know. But you know, PBK9s like to tell you, man. I got satellites out of space. Sometimes my satellites can't get my information when I get it. But you know, I had to tweak it a little bit. I got the satellites right now. You know what I'm saying? And what the satellites told me, you know, the satellites told me it was some big shit going down in South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? And what I want to ask my brothers, you know, before I talk about this news, what is it going to take for us brothers as a population to realize what's going on, to see what's going on? You know what I'm saying? What is it going to take? How many times is it going to take the same thing happening over and over and over fucking again for brothers to see? You know what I'm saying? Brother, you know, a brother I seen a brother make a post about a week ago say, oh, Pelican Bay saying this, Pelican Bay telling real dog man, this and that. He saying I was telling something I wasn't supposed to be telling or something like that, right? You know, and then brothers want to get up there and diss Pelican Bay off their channels and shit over the last few weeks and this and that, talking about a damn Mayday, this and that, and they ain't got a damn Mayday dog to damn show for it. You know what I'm saying? But Pelican Bay got Mayday dogs and he still talking about Mayday dogs. I don't give a damn because it is what it is. It's about what you're doing today. You know what I'm saying? And today, my brothers, it ain't back in the days. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to take y'all to the basement. Y'all want to go to the damn basement at night? I'm about to take y'all to the basement and I'm about to show y'all what the fuck going on inside of the damn basement. You know what I'm saying? Why I say don't be going up in the basement. PBK9s talk about shit like this. This what my channel about. It ain't to try to help you duck and dodge nothing. It ain't to put the bad shade on the pit bull. It's to help you realize what's going on out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? This ain't back in the days where me and J-Bo keep these stores and all this shit and those brothers get up there and keep these stores. You know what I'm saying? I gotta say it like that because we got folk out there listening. Right now, we might have them folk out there listening. And they gotta understand when we talk about them dogs, that shit we done did way back in the days. Right now, my mind frame ain't nowhere the way it was back then. You know what I'm saying? They gotta understand that. Because right now, my brothers in the chat, I know we got other folk listening. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. These folk around here ain't playing the game right when it comes to these dogs. They get caught up with all this dope, all these damn guns and all that shit, and thinking they gonna get up off their time giving up a man about a damn dog, and that shit don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna happen. All they doing is fucking up the dog game and they ain't getting no time cut off none of that shit they gonna be damn doing. You know, that's all they doing, man. You know, ever since that Carolina Classic shit started, ever since they been going down, all they've been doing is fucking real dog men, fucking good dog brothers up in South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Brothers can't help y'all out there and did some fucked up shit. Brothers can't help y'all out there and rigged up a damn 10-man damn show, some dumbass shit, and then get mad because y'all shit done rigged up because y'all trying to do some shit that ain't possible in 2023, and then get mad trying to take everybody else down with y'all shit. Nobody can't help y'all out there and did that, dog. You know what I'm saying? That was y'all dog brothers. You know what I'm saying? That was y'all little team, y'all little Secret Six and all that other shit y'all had going on. Ride out with that shit, fam. Don't be bringing other brothers in South Carolina and that shit. You know what I'm saying? When y'all, hey, I tell you what, when I got caught up with my dope and all that shit, and not one motherfucking dog, man, and I got caught. They say Pelican Bay was fighting dogs and all kind of shit. Not one motherfucking man lost his motherfucking damn dog. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we out here creating all these damn, let me put it like this. When the real dog man try to have a cookout, real dog man just try to have just something so brothers can come politic and all that type of stuff. Brothers don't want to come. Brothers don't want to come. They don't want to come to something like that. They ain't gonna get in trouble. They just gonna do logical, act like a damn human being for a change. You know what I'm saying? But when you rigging up a 15-man, a 15 showdown party, you'll show up to that. Somebody should have told you, damn, that shit don't add up right. But then, just like I told y'all brothers last year, that shit gonna keep going on, year after year, I mean, month after month. But see, I talked for a few seconds. What I want y'all to do, I want y'all to listen to this shit. You know what I'm saying? What I'm about to play for y'all, and then we gonna talk about it, and then we gonna get into that dog news as well. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about it, one thing about it, like I always say, man, what is it gonna take? You know what I'm saying? What is it gonna take for brothers to understand this ain't back in the days? You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, no matter how much we say, oh, we want to go to these confirmation shows, oh, we want to do this, oh, we want to do that, oh, we want to do this, and all of it's legal, right? We want to do all this legal stuff. No matter how much we want to do that, as long as that crack, as long as that coke and the guns and all that shit is tied up with them dogs, it don't matter how much legal shit you do with your dog. You can be the most legal person. You can go to all the confirmation shows you want to go to. You can be in all the treadmill races you want to be in. But if you're selling damn dope, you get caught up selling damn dope, your ass is a damn dog fighter. I don't give a damn if you want fighting dogs, you want doing none of that shit. And that's just how it is. You act like you don't know. You can act like you're stupid. Nobody ain't calling none of my brothers out there stupid, period. You know, but if you act like you're stupid, if you keep doing the same shit over and over and over, you know, that's what stupid people do. You know, that's what stupid people do, the same shit over and over and over. You know, why ban the pit bull? Why they gonna ban the pit bull? We keep locking y'all motherfuckers up with dope, guns, weed, and pit bulls. Why should we ban it? If we ban it, now we can't lock these motherfuckers up no more. We gotta go work to lock them up. We don't need no search warrant. Why we need a drug search warrant? We got pit bulls. All they need is pit bulls in the yard, and that covers the whole drug search warrant. You know what I'm saying? We go looking for books. We look for all this shit. We're going into drawers. We're going everywhere. You know what I'm saying? We don't need no old school search warrant. We don't need no probable cause to go in this house. We got no pit bulls, and we looking for shit that deal with no pit bulls. So we going in the house. You know what I'm saying? When is it going? Like, you know, like I said, I don't get tired of saying it because with me, I'm out the game. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm about to do, because I'm getting short-winded right now, I'm about to let this shit play. Y'all listen to it. It's going to play for a minute. You know, I don't like to do computer voice. But in order to give my brother CNN Satellites from Outer Space News tonight, breaking news from South Carolina, I gotta give it to you in computer voice. Salute to my man D Ross in the building. Yes, sir. Let's see. Can we find this thing here, man? All right, my brothers.
Some 120 dogs were seized Thursday following a dog fighting bust that took place across the Midlands and upstate South Carolina. The U.S. Attorney's Office for South Carolina has confirmed it is the largest single seizure of dogs from South Carolina dog fighting ring since a 60-agency effort recovered more than 300 dogs and saw the arrest of more than 20 people almost exactly 1 year ago. That operation was believed to be the largest single-state dog fighting bust in the country. Thursday's operation is believed to have been the second largest, investigators say. We've said it before and I'll say it again, dogfighting operations will find no refuge here in South Carolina, U.S. Attorney Adair Burrows told the state. The U.S. Attorney's Office confirmed that 10 search warrants were executed at properties across the Midlands and the upstate. Investigators from the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Office of the Inspector General led the investigation. They were assisted by agents from SLED, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco and Firearms, and local law enforcement agencies. No federal arrests were made Thursday, the U.S. Attorney's Office confirmed. The state has contacted SLED for more information about local arrests. Narcotics and weapons were also found during Thursday's operation, which grew out of leads generated by the ongoing investigation from last September's bust. Investigators confirmed to the state, the Animal Welfare Act makes it a felony punishable by up to 5 years in federal prison to fight dogs or to possess, train, sell, buy, deliver, receive or transport dogs intended for use in dog fighting. Dogfighting is also illegal in South Carolina under the 1986 Animal Fighting and Baiting Act and punishable by up to 5 years in prison and a $5,000 fine. Dogfighting in South Carolina. Last year's bust was a watershed moment in the history of combating dogfighting in South Carolina. The rescue of 305 dogs and the arrest of 20 people made it one of the largest single dogfighting busts since a 6-state operation centered around Missouri rescued 500 dogs, mostly pit bulls, 2009. The Missouri 500 inches remains the largest dogfighting bust in U.S. history. Last September's operation was the culmination of a months-long investigation that involved the surveillance of multiple properties that were being used to breed, raise and train dogs, primarily pit bulls, for dogfighting. In a 37-page search warrant, an investigator for the Department of Agriculture described seeing dogs with deep scars on their bodies kept at properties around the state. The dogs were being kept in isolation from one another and wearing heavy chains that were staked to the ground or wrapped around trees. The massive law enforcement operation began on September 23, 2022, when law enforcement interrupted a scheduled dogfighting match in Richland County. The next morning, the officers executed 23 search warrants at residences and properties in Richland, York, Orangeburg, Clarendon, Lee and Sumter counties that were known dogfighting kennels or associated with dogfighting. In addition to rescuing the animals, officers seized about 30 guns, $40,000 in cash and evidence related to dogfighting, according to the release. To force dogs to fight, often to the death, for the enjoyment of others is not only a federal crime, it is also cruel, sadistic and can create a haven for other illicit activities involving drugs and firearms, said Burroughs said at the time. As South Carolina's Attorney General, Governor Henry McMaster started a dogfighting task force and worked with federal authorities to prosecute dogfighters in an attempt to stamp out the black market sport in South Carolina, which was often linked to other crimes including drug dealing. The depravity involved in carrying out a dogfighting conspiracy is unimaginable to most people, and those involved in such a crime must be rooted out and punished, McMaster said following last year's bust. But the blood sport has proven a stubborn problem in South Carolina. In 2004, the state took an in-depth look at dogfighting, uncovering an underworld of animal cruelty and crime related to dogfighting. And the problem is not just limited to the state's rural corners. In 2017, federal authorities raided 2 properties in the Columbia area and arrested 3 family members, recovering more than 40 dogs that were being kept for an animal fighting business.
Now, my brothers, if you was paying attention, there's some shit going on in South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Like the news lady say, man, last year we lost 300 and some dogs. That was the biggest one state dog fighting bust in U.S. history. We ain't talking about involving no other states, North Carolina, no Georgia, no Virginia. We talking about one state, South Carolina. The biggest bust in history. Then turn around, they get 120 more dogs. So we're saying 500 dogs within the last year got taken out of South Carolina. No papers. No dogs to go at these papers. 500 dogs. You tell me if the dog's gonna be extinct soon. You know. You tell me if the dog's gonna be extinct. Like, bro, all I gotta say, brothers and sisters out there, man, this shit ain't no fairy tale. This shit ain't no game. This shit real out here, man. You know what I'm saying? It's as simple as we said. You can be talking to the wrong person on the phone. You ain't got to be involved in nothing. You talking to the wrong person on the phone. You got to be careful with everything. You never know what's what. You know what I'm saying? And to the point where we have, not talking about nobody that's in the chat tonight, you know, and to the point where we have people who be in the chat with fake pages, or people who be in the chat taking information from the chats and trying to make people look like they something they not. You know what I'm saying? So I will say to anybody that's listening to my channel, you know what I'm saying, that's thinking we be talking about this or we be talking about that. At the end of the day, I walk that walk that I talk. When it comes to them dogs, you know, I'm about what I speak about. You know what I'm saying? I hit that street. I train my shit. I don't care what breed it is. You know, I talk about them old stories. And like I said before, I try to get on the level head with my brothers. Because see, when you, like I said before, you can't tell a brother about gang banging in the streets if you ain't never been in the streets. You know what I'm saying? You can't tell a brother about playing football if you ain't never played football. You can't tell a brother about this pit bull fighting stuff if you never did that stuff. So I got to get on a level playing field with brothers. Then once I'm on a level playing field with brothers, I got to let you know, yo, this ain't the right way to go, fam. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different route. Go this way. And in order for me to do that, I got to show you what it looked like on that side. What brothers get hemmed up with. What brothers get hemmed up this way. See, all them brothers that was talking shit about me about a year and a half ago, Harris, all them boys, they were talking shit about me about this, about that, about this, about that. But not one time has them brothers gave any brother in the dog game any information that would help them out. You know what I'm saying? All the brothers that been throwing salt on me the last 2 weeks, they ain't giving you no information to help you out. That recording I let y'all brothers hear, that's the fucking basement. That's what the basement look like. That's what's going down in the basement. You get your shit tooken, you just getting rolled up on. And let me tell y'all, brothers, the big part of this story. Word in South Carolina is they took all the damn dogs, but they ain't take no people. So you tell me what the fuck going on. You know what I'm saying? Word in South Carolina, you know, I'm just a journalist. I'm just getting the news. I'm a journalist and I'm exercising my amendments. Freedom of speech, freedom of press. And the press and the streets say there's somebody out there that they ain't been to jail, that got all their dogs taken, that they ain't got locked up. And if the ATF involved, and if the feds involved, and ain't no way in the hell your dogs getting taken and you ain't getting taken. It is no way in the hell. See, this way it pays to have friends that done been through stuff already. You know, instead of talking shit about a brother, instead of trying to down and kick a brother, listen to a brother sometime. You know what I'm saying? Get your ass up out that fire and take your ass home before you get your ass burnt. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no bad thing to say the fire too hot in the damn kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Get the hell up out that kitchen, man, and go the hell home. I don't want my folk in that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? This shit too risky out here, man. You know, it's to the point now, brothers, just like I said, man, is this shit even worth it? We can fight for all this confirmation shows. We can fight for all this legal stuff we want to do with these dogs. But if the brothers still got the dope tangled with the dogs, if the brothers still doing all this other shit with the dogs, it don't matter, man. We talking for nothing. We talking for nothing because that's what they coming for, dog. That's what they coming for. You know what I'm saying? It's like you hate to see brothers get jammed up in situations. You know what I'm saying? You hate to see all that shit. But at the same time, when I do my news, I have to be fair and unbiased. I have to give it from both sides because I can't make it seem like I'm trying to look out for one set of people. You know what I'm saying? I want to look out for my brothers, but not in the way the ignorant people think I'm trying to do it. The ignorant people think I'm trying to give you tips, tip you off. Don't tip you off so you do it this way, do it that way. No, what I'm trying to do is let you see, man. Let you see. If I gotta get scarred up, bloody up, and all that shit, let you see what it look like over there. They ain't telling you. Them boys, like they saying, oh man, let's go over here and get this money. Let's go over here and get this bread. It's stupid bread over there. Girls over there, man. The girls, plenty money, but they ain't tell you them boys killing over there. They ain't tell you them boys robbing over there. They ain't tell you them boys ain't having none of that shit when you come to town from another city. They ain't playing. They ain't tell you none of that. They just want you to go over there and get yourself hurt. You know what I'm saying? Put yourself in a fucked up situation. Yeah, you might can slide out of it good with a couple dollars and a nice chick. You may can. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they ain't told you how them boys living on that other side of that track, and the boys ain't having that shit. And that's all PDK channel about, man. Try to let my brothers know. Try to let D Ross, Nephew Bulldogs, William Torres, Supreme Excellence, them boys know. Lionhead, them boys know, man. This shit ain't no joke out there, man. I know y'all boys already know that shit. You know, I ain't gotta tell you. You already know it, you know. But I'm gonna get this news I'm giving y'all tonight. I'm gonna give y'all the updates because it's gonna be more. I've been trying to get this news for the last couple days. But one thing about I can't give y'all some news that I haven't seen on the news. For my brothers that always talk about PBK9's posting people's name, I gotta wait till I see it on the news before I can post it. So now that I got it, and I couldn't even find it on the regular news. I had to go into the real CNNs. I had to tap in. You know what I'm saying? Now that I got it, I had to let you see. So over the next day or so, we'll have more information on what's going on around here. You know what I'm saying? But to them brothers that's going out there getting yourself in trouble, you know what I'm saying? Don't come over here and try to railroad these dog brothers that ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? And put these dog brothers that ain't doing nothing in some trouble because you out there fucking up. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. You know? Because at the end of the day, you're going to fuck that whole man shit up and you ain't going to get no time cut. I hope any of y'all brothers from that Carolina Classic is listening to what I'm saying. You not getting no time cut off your fucking charges for fucking the man up about some damn dogs. No. I don't give a damn what they lied to you about. You ain't getting no damn time cut. A dog ain't worth a fucking time cut. But hey, it is what it is, man. PBK9 give it to you, fam. You know what I'm saying? I can give it to you. You know, one thing about it, you know, I knew something went right when I was hearing in the streets that ATF show up somewhere and the man don't get tooken, but the dogs get tooken. Oh, hell to the no. It don't go down like that. Oh shit, no. You better start doing your shit right. You better be legal out that motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? No. If them folk ain't take you and they took your damn dogs, something ain't damn right. You know what I'm saying? That's saying you try to discredit them folk. All the years them folk done showed up at people's house. You think them folk leaving like that? That's like you're saying, like Shouters. You remember the movie Shouters, J-Bo?
Yeah.
Remember when the man say, take the what and left the what? Take the what and left the what? Shit, me. ATF and feds and none of them people ain't coming to your house and taking no damn dogs and leaving no damn people. You know what I'm saying?
And they looking for something extra.
No. Hey, Buck, I'm calm down, fam. That's just how I talk. You must be don't watch my channel much, fam. You telling me to calm down. You must be don't know how. I tell you what, Buck, I can't be calm in a time like this, fam. I can't be calm. You know what I'm saying? That shit got my adrenaline pumping. It is what it is, Buck 614. The last 614, I ain't like the last 614 because he was talking a bunch of bullshit. 6413. Now you come up here with a 614 number. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, Buck though. We just keep it 100. Some gonna like it, some ain't. You know what I'm saying? Some gonna like it, some ain't. Hey, seen plenty of your. Hey, my brothers, we got a clucker in the building. We got a clucker in the jungle tonight. We got a clucker in the jungle. His name Buck 614. And we ain't gonna fucking show up for Buck 614. We just peep out the cluckers. We peep out the cluckers when they come. You are outsider tonight, Buck. You might be 6413 anyway. 6143, whatever the fuck his name is. You know how y'all like to make all them fake pages up. By time, what's good, fam? Salute to you. Salute to you. Yes, sir. By time, say scatterbread. One brother did say something about scatterbread dogs earlier. He said they got a big gene pool. You know, scatterbread make the best puppies. Scatterbread make the best puppies, the healthiest puppies. Healthiest puppies. You see how we do that shit, Buck? We give that dog talk and that dog news. Yes, sir. So we're gonna let you stay in the chat tonight because you might be one of them folk. You might be the man we talking about, Buck. You might be that one. So we're gonna let you stay up in here. You know what I'm saying? Let you see how we do that thing. You know, it is what it is. I wouldn't like me talking loud either if I was talking about you. Shit, I wouldn't like me talking loud either. Hey, I Buck say fools yell when they talking to fools, Buck. Only when they talking to fools. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Salute all the bulldoggers out there, man. We got a spy in the building. Yes, sir. It's all gravy, though. You expect that when you talking that real shit up there. I already expect that. That's why I said when I started my channel, and I was talking to them folk. Because I know they listening. Buck, he just a damn messenger. That's all he is. If he ain't them folk. Yes, sir. Buck, man, this your first night up in the chat. You coming in, let acting suspect. Hey, but check this out, right? I want to ask you something, J-Bo.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to a grown dog, right? Can you tell when he has parvo? Can you look at a grown dog and see he has parvo, or you know?
And you know, and actually, I have seen a grown dog with parvo before. I thought it was impossible till the doctor told me that it was possible. He started losing weight. He wasn't eating. He started losing weight, and he stopped drinking water. And then he started passing that blood, you know. And 2 days after that, he was dead.
Yeah.
And I thought a grown dog couldn't catch parvo, but I found out it was possible, bro.
Hey.
So basically, he had the same signs as the puppy when he catch it.
Yeah. Hey, hold up, J-Bo. We talking about parvo. Buck said I'm spreading shit, right? This is what I'm about to say. I don't spread shit, Buck. Word in the streets is somebody got locked up for 100 and some damn dogs in South Carolina, and the feds let them go. So you can kiss my damn ass, and whoever sent you can kiss my damn ass. So how you like that, iBuck? So you go spread that and tell them I said the shit. iBuck 614. That's how it's going down. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's going. I'm a journalist. If I get the news, if I hear what's going on, it is what it is. I ain't say nobody's name. I said word is in the street. Somebody got picked up by the damn ATL and they didn't lock them up. They took their damn dogs. You don't know who the fuck it is. So why is you worrying about it, folks? Unless you do know who it is, iBuck. Because you say I'm spreading something about somebody who I never said a name. So you might know who I'm talking about, right? So yeah, you could type sometimes when you're talking to a smart person, you start typing too much. You give yourself away, iBuck. You know, you think you're so smart, you type too much. Nobody even said nobody's name. How can I be spreading something about somebody? The journalist that gave y'all the computer voice, she didn't even say a name. How can you be spreading about somebody when you ain't never said a name one time? Only iBuck feel guilty. Only iBuck feel guilty. It is what it is, though. Yes, sir, Best TV. We know what it is. It don't take long for him to pop up. He probably part of that Carolina Classic shit. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, though. It is what it is. A fat form, that's what you call parvo. It ain't, we give shots for that type of shit. We take shots for folk like iBuck 614. You know? Salute to the chat, man. Don't forget to hit that like button before y'all get up out of here. Don't forget to hit that like button because we got some bulldog talk for y'all brothers. You know what I'm saying? Got one folk in here mad because I told my brothers that I heard about a so-and-so. I ain't heard about shit. The woman with the computer voice told you about it. You know what I'm saying? She told you about it. You ain't get mad at that computer voice woman. Don't get mad at me. Go down in the basement. I told y'all brothers we was coming down in the basement. I guess iBuck was wandering in the basement. He was one of the ones in the basement. But it's all good, though. It's all good, fam. It's all good. iBuck, you caught me on a night I'm feeling good, dog. You caught me on a night I'm feeling good. Shit. I ain't talking no trash, homie. You know, that's why I told you. That's why I knew you don't really tune in to us a lot. Because you thinking I'm yelling. I ain't yelling. I'm not talking into my microphone. So, and for brothers that watch my channel, I talk loud. I really don't need a microphone. You know what I'm saying? I talk loud. So it is what it is. Yeah, iBuck probably, him, Dark Society, and the rest of them going to be in their own little neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Dark Society, we ain't heard nothing from his punk ass, but we know he listening somewhere. We know he listening because he can't help but turning that PBK9s on and listen to it. So we know you listening, your punk ass, Dark Society. Just like a cur, you been ran. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, though. You know, it is what it is. One thing about it, PBK9s don't care when it comes to helping my brothers out there. When it comes to giving that dog news, when I hear about it, you know why? Because if anything go wrong with me, you think you ain't gonna see me cross them? They gonna try to make YouTube channels off me. Them brothers ain't even got no YouTube channels. If anything went wrong with me, they're trying to start their channel up off something happening with me, so they can kiss my ass. I'm putting the news out. If they don't like it, some gonna like it, some ain't. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Salute to Dickie Foster, Vernon Forrest, all the real true dog brothers in the building. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, it is what it is. Hey, J-Bo, let me ask you this real, bro. You know, pitbulls smart as a motherfucker, right?
Mm-hmm.
But why in the hell do they eat bowls? Why the hell they eat plastic, rugs? Why they eat ropes and all kind of shit and kill themselves, man?
I think it's attention, man. But attention. They seek that attention. They get bored easy.
I'm like, damn, these dogs super smart, man.
That wasted energy just sitting around and ain't doing nothing. They're looking for something to do. And you want to work.
Yeah.
He rather be inside with you, sitting down watching TV too. I seen a line here said, "Can a dog come back from parvo?" I remember about 2-9 years back, California Jack had a thing in his book called. He said that. You ever heard of Tamiflu, PBK?
No.
Tamiflu, like say one of your children catch a cold.
Yeah, I heard of that. Yeah.
But Tamiflu kill a dog on parvo overnight.
Mm. But is that an over-the-counter drug?
No, it's a prescription drug.
So you gotta have a prescription to get it.
Yeah, or I had a child that was sick, they had a cold or something, get lucky like that. But Tamiflu will kill parvo overnight. I seen it done. I seen an article saying they did it, and I actually seen somebody do it.
You think if I go to Walgreens and say, Miss, my dog is sick, I need some Tamiflu, and this is the only thing that'll cure him, I promise you this is what I'm getting it for. You think she'll sell it to me?
I won't come up with any blasphemy on the podcast, goddamn, but 9 times out of 10, she gonna tell on you and they gonna run your ass off. Especially you go to one of these white Walgreens, you about to get rolled out. You gotta go somewhere where your baby mama at.
Yeah.
And let them talk to the people, you know. 50 might get you something.
Damn.
But I know somebody had got some, say, come in pill form too. It come in liquid form. I know somebody got hold to some pills. And they brought the little dog back, man. It took them 2 days, but they brought that bitch, they brought him back. 2 days, he's back in the feed bowl. Not Theraflu, Tamiflu.
Would that be about the same? Would it be close to the same thing, or you know?
No, I don't know, dog, because I guess it's a more.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would say. I think it's more of a. It is similar to the same thing. I know that they get Tamiflu to them children and shit for them, like they got colds and the flu and shit.
Yeah.
Man, that shit'll bring your puppy right back, bro.
That's good to know. That's good to know. Yes, sir. My man say vet can. Oh, vet can. Okay. Yeah, it's good to know anything that'll help parvo, boy. Cause once you get that, boy, you gotta go to reacting. You gotta act fast.
Yeah, you got like 3 days, probably.
Then the puppy shit, puppy wise, you might not even be able to get the food in him once he catch it. He might just stop eating, period.
But that's the bad thing about it. Shit, 9 times out of 10, the rest of the puppies got it because they was together. The next 2 or 3 days, they start falling. The rest of them start falling off. That's why you got to have that other kind of stuff when you clean up behind your puppies. You can't bleach don't kill no but common cold bacteria. You got to have like a kennel cleaner or stuff they use at the hospital on those floors.
Yeah.
To kill disease. You know, most of us clean our pens out with bleach. As long as it smell good, you know, we go with it.
Yeah.
But shit, I seen a dog catch parvo off Diablo Sam. After Diablo Sam beat Grand Champion Smoke, my partners went and bought puppies off of Sam. And then the puppy died with parvo. We were sitting around watching it. They had a little table they had in the garage. And the puppy died on the table with parvo. And my partner stayed out of dogs for at least 7, 8 years, bro. Before he got him another puppy. And when he got him another puppy, he still had this table in his garage. And we sat the puppy on the table. He was gonna give it a shot. And when the puppy licked the table, that's when he remembered. Damn, that's where that other dog died at. And then 4 days after that, that puppy was dead.
I wonder how long that parvo virus stayed on stuff. I guess it mattered the temperature and all that shit.
Yeah.
I
know they stay living 7 years.
Damn. Wolfie Studios say Tamiflu is strong as hell. Had them hallucinating. Boy, that's some shit, J-Bo. They make a man hallucinate now.
Yeah, I had to roll some of that on my blunt like the dude that served.
Hey, you better not say that, Wolfie Studio. Them boys hit that damn Tamiflu having hallucinating. That boy go to try that shit.
Racing they blunts with that.
And we won't be able to find that shit nowhere. They take that shit off the shelf, man. Them boys take that shit off the shelf. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit.
PBK said no antibiotics and dying and Pedialyte. knocked it down. I wonder what kind of antibiotics he used. It had to be some kind of intestinal antibiotic, huh?
Mm,
There's no regular amoxicillin or ampicillin. Or what kind of antibiotics you could use for that?
what kind of antibiotics you gonna use, nephew Bulldog? I know the dine gonna help him keep his appetite. Gonna try to keep his appetite up, and
Uh,
your
uh,
Pedialyte gonna keep him hydrated if he can drink it.
yeah, sometimes chicken broth work just as good as Pedialyte.
Yep, that's where a lot of people say chicken broth and camel soup. Say camel soup will help it, but I chicken broth as well. It's just the hard part about that, man, is getting them dogs to eat that stuff once they catch it.
Yeah, yeah. You got to force feed them, that's for sure. But you go down and need a bag in him. You got
Yep.
Danny Happy bag. You got to have them electrolytes. That's what's gonna save his life.
The
You got
last
to put that bag in him.
Yep, the last one I had with Parvo that had been about good 17 years ago. About a game good 11 some years. About a good 15 years, 16 years ago, I say. And he caught Parvo from another dog I put him on. And then actually had a yard accident. And then he got sick, he wouldn't eat. And then I went and got an IV bag, and then I gave him the IV bag, but I didn't put it in his vein, I just put it under his skin. And man, that dog died, man, within 24 hours he was dead. I don't know if it was because of the IV I did wrong or just the parvo kicked in. That parvo knock him out fast, but and he was a grown dog. So imagine a puppy. And the thing about it though, it didn't spread to no other dogs on the yard. I never had no other dogs with parvo since then. Not even no puppies. And they done start saying they got another strain of parvo out now that's more airborne. That's what they were saying at the tractor store one time, saying there's another strain of parvo out that's, like how the other strain, you got to kind of be in the shed and be in the area that the parvo was in. This other strain that says more airborne. It'll be out in the woods, out in the wooded areas and stuff like that. Places where dogs, like domestic dogs, not at, but other animals are. And what about this real while we talking about parvo, J-Bo? What about the cat myth? Is the cat the carrier of parvo when it comes to dogs? Because we've been hearing that all our lives. Oh, get the dog around the cat.
More on coccidia.
Okay. Now
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just about to say I know some brothers some of the famous dogs and like these brothers know, a lot of these brothers in the chats know some of these old school dogs, and they was like best friends with cats and stuff like that. And then you hear about, oh man, cats carry parvo, cats, cats this, cats that. But I'm just wondering, is that a myth, man, or just is there some truth to that shit? Burning Star.
Yeah, I tell Burning Star that what made me burn up all my journals and all my pictures.
Hey, Burning Star. That's what that's what the news article I played was saying. It was saying the biggest dog bust in history was the Missouri 500. And then it said the biggest one state dog bust is South Carolina Classic last year. It didn't involve no other states, just one state. Nobody else in no other state got busted, just that one state. The investigation didn't involve nobody but South Carolina. That was last year, the Carolina Classic with 300 dogs. This year, what happened Thursday was the second biggest single state bust in U.S. history. No other states involved. The Missouri 500 is the biggest one in history, period. Yes, sir. Yeah, that parvo, man. That parvo.
Man, they got some stuff called bounce back. It's an electrolyte that you add with their water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some real good shit. You need them electrolytes called bounce back. It's some little packs you add it to the drinking water, using like a drench.
Damn.
See, birds carry coccidia too. You overfeed them dogs, and the birds be out there eating your dog food. That's them birds carry coccidia.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Birds flying down in your water bucket down there, flying out to your food bowl. Like you say, you overfeeding, especially puppies. Especially
Yeah,
puppies. Yep.
that's what toxin birds carry coccidia.
Yeah. Now I ain't gonna lie, J-Bo. I believe I'd rather put it on the birds than I put it on the cats.
Yeah, I kind of put it on the birds more because that's more like you use sour met and stuff like that for your chickens, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you put it in your chicken water. That's why I kind of like if I got some extra Corette or something like that, I always add it to my drinking water. So especially for my puppies, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Mayhem say Triple J got a video on parvovirus. Hey, if any brother who not familiar with, even if you're familiar with parvo, you got an extra damn dollar, buy the damn video Triple J got on the parvovirus. You know what I'm saying? You never can get too much information on parvo. That's something nobody mastered yet.
And in the Scratchback magazine, they got a big article on it too. If anybody had one of those scratchbacks?
I haven't seen one of them in a while. Dickie Foster, who birthday is it, man? Who birthday is it? Dickie say happy birthday to somebody. Mayhem say Celtic mix with water. Give it a shot of syringe. Yeah, man. You might be can make a book just on home remedy parvo cures. Like how you make a home cookbook, home parvo cures. Different little home remedies. You know, all of them might not work, but shit, you never know. Never know. Apple Elite in the water. Nephew Bulldog say Apple Elite in the water. Yeah. Now that coccidius is a motherfucker to deal with, boy. Them little puppies get that coccidius, man. That should be hell. Even though your puppies don't die like the parvo, but your puppies just eat forever and they stay skinny and seem like you can't get rid of it. And they say,
I'll be right back and we'll get this bottle of this stuff right quick. And I want you to pronounce this name for me.
Okay. Yes, sir, man. Any brother that got any kind of knowledge on parvo, man, help a brother out and know something. Or trying to know something, rather. You know what I'm saying? Help a brother out. Dickie Foster say fleas and roaches carry coccidius too.
Half the niggas in the country got that, dude.
Hey, Dickie, you heard that? Half the niggas in the country got that shit, Dick. Hey, I tell you what, though, fleas carry worms, right? Or, you know, some type of worms, I think you can get from fleas, having fleas. Tapeworm. Okay. Yeah. Hey, is that, you know, I heard if a dog swallow a flea and it's still living by the time it gets into him, it turns into a worm.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Just by him turning around scratching fleas off his back with his mouth. Hey, Jess Wall say COVID when in the water when the puppy's about 6 weeks old. Hey, Jess, let me ask you this real quick. Would you put COVID in the water even if they don't have coccidius just to be on the safe side? Because I know brothers that do it just like that, just put it in the water just to be on the safe side. Or you just wait till the dogs get sick and then put it in the water.
I'm trying to put it in the water on the safe side because if you wait to put it in there once they get sick, they go so fast on you.
Yep. Hey, Batan made a good statement right here too. Batan say keeping puppies too long on the mamas can catch parvo. Now, this is my opinion, Batan. This just my opinion. I kind of agree with that and I disagree with it. I agree with it because it seemed like I had dogs that I left around the mama a long time and they seemed like they got sick. But I disagree with it because they say if you leave the dogs on the mama till they get like 8 weeks old, you don't supposed to shoot the dogs no shots. They say the longer you can wait without shooting your dog's first shots, the more healthy your puppies will be. So if you wait to like 8 weeks old before you give your puppies the first set of shots, your puppies will be super healthy. That's what I heard. I don't wait the 8 weeks to do it. You know, I'm just telling you what I heard. You
Look,
know what
bro,
I'm saying?
you got a pencil, TBK?
I got my phone right here. I just type it in my text thing real quick.
S
Okay.
U
Yep.
L F
Yep.
A D I M E T H O X I N E.
N-E.
Yeah.
Sulfamethadine. No, sulfur D methoxide or something like that. I'm about to put that shit in the chat for my brothers who like to want to spell something tonight. I'm about to put it in the chat for my brothers, man. Yes, sir. So y'all can see what we're talking about. What that do right there, J-Bo?
Best thing for Paul Boy in the world.
Best thing for Paul Boy in the world right there, my brothers. I can't
They're,
pronounce it. I can't
they're,
pronounce it. Go
they're,
ahead.
they're injectable.
Okay.
It's an injection for 40% antibacterial. It used to be in a green. The label used to be green on the bottle. Used to be all green and gold. I think Thomas Labs used to sell it. Right now, this Agro Labs got it. That's where you get it from now.
Oh yeah, I heard a lot of. I used to shop with Agolabs back in the days. I ain't did nothing with them in a while now.
You could either inject it behind the skin, behind the neck like a shot, or you could give a little bit in the mouth.
Yeah. Can't never learn too much about powerful, boy. Now, J-Bo, when we was talking about them seal dogs earlier, man, you was acting like you really haven't seen too many of them.
I see a couple of them come out, and I hadn't seen many of them. It looked like it was a mistake when somebody had one, you know.
Now, let me ask you, would that be the Benedict's? Oh, there you go. Jay, you back? You can hear me?
Yeah, hey.
You know that Saint Benedict's, I want to say it's like a chocolate color dog. Nah, it's a chocolate color dog, man.
Chocolate?
It's a damn, man. I don't got the picture of nephew's bulldog. I want to say it's it might be Virgil or one of them. No, Virgil was a black dog, wasn't it? I'll get the picture and I'll show you. But what's the best seal dog you ever seen? What's the best seal color dog you ever seen from the past?
Actually, it didn't do nothing. Somebody stole it on the one couple that we had. Somebody stole them, so we never got a chance to see them.
Oh, damn. Damn. Hey, J-Bo, Sunrise J say, is that thing you got called cord?
Cord?
Yeah, that ain't cord, is it?
No, I use the cord now. But I used to use saw met, but they stopped getting saw met, so I use cord. But I use cord for a drench, add it to the drinking water. This stuff here is injectable, or you could give a little bit of oil. It's in a I guess the name of the people, Mecadon, what they say? They say something else. I could give you the name on it before the S word. You might be able to find it like that,
Yeah.
If you want to put that in the chat too.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and type that up in there.
All right. DI
Yep.
dash MET HOX.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's the first ingredient, and then the other word.
That's the name before the S word on the bottle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then the last bottle I got it off the internet. I got it from Amazon.
J-Bo, you heard anything about that Mean Gene, Jip?
Mean Gene. That's the wild side stuff. They use that stuff.
That's the wild side stuff lying here you talking about? I ain't sure. Fat Farm Ray said avoid PetSmart with any puppies. Yeah, Benedict lying here. That's what I'm talking about. Saint Benedict. He like a seal color, right? That dog look good. I always like to Saint Benedict. Yeah, wild side Mean Gene, J-Bo.
Yeah. I know the guys down here mess with Ed, so I seen a lot of Ed dogs through them, you know. And some of their dogs got some of that stuff in them. Them boys been having good dogs for 20 years, man.
Damn. Or Jesse Black. Man, you know them when them pictures, man, them pictures be looking all kind of ways, man. Some of Red Boy pictures look one way, some of his pictures look another way. Make them look a different color. Some old pictures. You know, I seen a brother ask about pink pit bulls, J-Bo. You ever seen what brothers would call pink pit bulls back in the days?
No. Only other funny color I ever seen was maybe a funny looking, almost like a green color.
Yeah. Would that would have been like a brindle color or something?
Man, we used to call it who the green bitch, man. Who looked like an olive green almost.
Damn. I remember back in the days, like we never seen pink pit bulls, but the red nose. I remember we used to see some red nose. They were Red Boy Jocko dogs, but they be, you know how they got them fawn color dogs now? They like fawn red nose color. It's almost like they have a shade to them, like a tint to them to make them look a different color, but they be like a light color red nose. That's all it be. It don't really be no pink color like the ones I seen, you know, that we was calling pink. You know, I can't say what another brother seen, you know what I'm saying? But I know I have heard that phrase before, pink, you know, pink red nose dog. Back in the days.
Like the Kool-Aid color almost. The gatekeeper was bad, man. That's like the Marcus Young, the Marcus Young stuff. Back down from Bad Man.
No, I ain't never seen that one. I know they look, the further you get away from it, the more pinkish it look.
I kind of seen, I'm thinking, I remember there was kind of, but I see most of them dogs was within blue dogs, though. They had that kind of tint to their nose. They were more in blue dogs, I seen.
Yeah. Now, them blue ones will give you that pinkish look. Batan asks J-Bo, have we ever seen a dog with a pink nose? That just be pigment lacking pigment, right?
Mm-hmm. But it looked kind of pinkish, look up in the face, around the mouth, between the eyes, like between the nose and the mouth, around the lips and jaws.
Yeah.
But I see more of that than more of a blue dog.
Mayhem say he had a green puppy, but that was due to infection.
Mm-hmm. This bitch looked like an olive green. That whole looked like one of them motherfucking, I'm talking about an olive green almost. I guess it was more some kind of buck or something. Matter of fact, the bitch was off a banjo. Bred to some raghead stuff. Down from Mr. Corn, y'all. My partner's had her. That bitch they bred that bitch to banjo. And then who had a bitch, we used to call her the green bitch.
Yeah.
So shit, that bitch beat the Barbie girl dog off of Cardina shoulder.
J-Bo BPKR Tap Line Dogs. Salute PBK9. J-Bo, have you ever seen many all-white dogs personally suffering from deafness or bad vision?
Every white dog I ever seen that was deaf was white. I seen over 10 of them. I mean, every dog I ever seen that was blind
Yeah.
or deaf, he was white,
Mm.
and he had little black spots under the coat. They can know them kind of just like all white, red nose, all white, black nose dogs. Everyone ever seen that was deaf was white.
Damn. I
And I
seen one.
seen numerous of them too. I done seen over 10 of them, and all of them was white, bro. I wonder what was going on with that myself.
Damn. Now I remember back in the days, Crossroad Kennels had a big white one named Nico. He was big, all white, had a little teeny white, a little teeny black on his ear, I want to say. But he had blue eyes. He was blind, completely blind. He was full as a bat. I don't know what kind of bloodline he was, but he had to be some type of game dog. Now, Mayhem said he bred deaf dogs. How you feel about that? You breed a deaf dog, or you keep a deaf dog?
I don't want to say yeah, no, because if I had one, if I would have kept him, you probably wouldn't have found out that he was deaf.
Yeah.
Somewhere around 7, 8 months old. So I mean, you get a bond with him.
Yep.
You can't never say once you're gonna do with a dog once you start loving him,
Yep.
So I wouldn't dare say nothing about that. I tell him good looking out,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because I actually seen him bring him to roll before. I seen people roll those dogs.
What you talking about?
Them deaf dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen people roll them before.
They back then they probably wouldn't do no different in the road, though, probably would it?
No, they were bad dogs,
Probably be more focused because they don't hear no noise.
Yeah. Cause I told boy he definitely saved some of all that old hollering and screaming he was doing there. They couldn't hear him no way.
Yeah.
Well, get in front of him and clap or something, all that hollering and screaming he doing with partners,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But it must be hereditary. If you probably breed 1-to-1, you probably get other deaf dogs out of it. I don't know what's going on with the white thing, It's too coincidental.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I think I told a story a while back about when we bred Champion Fatty, Little Mate's sister back to Champion Fatty, which was a Little Mate brother and sister breeding. 2 buckskin dogs, both of them buckskin black mass. And then she had 1 white puppy. That's all she had was 1 solid white red nose. It didn't live long, you know what I'm saying? But that's all she had was 1 white red nose. And none of the dogs white, from Fatty to Toe Jam to Yellow. Any white dogs in yellow background? Nope. None of the dogs is white, and none of the backgrounds. It's just that 1 puppy came out white red nose. It would have been good if she would have lived, you know what I'm saying? But she probably had health issues.
Ask Lionhead, has he ever seen? Did he see many of the Cardinal shorty dogs?
Lionhead. What about them shorty dogs, Lionhead? Them Cardenas shorty dogs. Salute to everybody. Go ahead.
Some of the people bred their dogs the same way. So long, bro. So when they finally come out of not seeing it, they started to try to add some mouth back to their lines,
Yep.
And Cardenas looked like it was kind of working its way around or adding some of that raghead stuff to his line because they kind of started hanging around a bit. You start seeing him coming his way, and fucking with those dogs. Because he was known to add mouth in your lines,
Mm-hmm.
And Norman Kimmel kind of was lacking mouth in his dogs, and he kind of went towards the raghead stuff. I don't know if it was for Frisco, but he started adding them dogs back into their lines, to trying to put some mouth back into them, Like the Cardenas shorty bread stuff, I seen them started adding, like Bobby Hall and them started adding the Maloney stuff to their line of dogs, and it gave it longevity.
Yeah.
You might want to look at that when you speaking of breeding to them Cardenas dog, unless he got an inside page on some hidden stuff. By the way, he won't tell us what he's talking about.
Yeah. That.
I've seen a lot of Cardenas dogs, but look like the better ones were bred when they started putting that Maloney stuff to them. They cross good with the G Rascal Red Bar dogs too. That Cardena stuff.
Yeah.
It cross good. Yeah, it cross good with the G Red Bar Rascal dog.
Now that I call that. Now see, you said the Jeep Red Boy Rascal. Then I'm be putting the Cardenas in it. It just depends on if that dog that you got that's Jeep Red Boy Rascal, if everything in it is Jeep Red Boy Rascal, all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you take it to that Cardena stuff, I wouldn't really consider that scatterbred, but at the same time, when you go back and look at the pedigrees, if it got more than 5 dogs in it, then it's scatter. But like I said, because when you say something about scatterbred, folks will think you're talking down on it. I know for a fact scatterbred make the healthiest dog. Sometimes scatterbred make the best dogs, adult dogs. You know what I'm saying? It's just everybody got their own preferences. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, because I don't think there's no such thing as scatterbred. I think that's what scatterbred is. Those names that you don't recognize that make you look back so far in the pedigree to find out what it is.
That could be the same. That could be exactly true. That could be true.
That's why we don't never get away from all these old ass names we be calling when you talk about pedigrees, because that will make it sound scatterbred when you name 10 people that you don't know of to get back to that old shit that you do.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then you start seeing all them unfamiliar names. You start.
Yeah. Then you start using that word scatterbred. It'd be the same stuff. You go back, like you say, depending how far you want to go.
Yeah. Now, okay. Now, if you take that Jeep Red Boy Rascal, breed it to that Cardenas, and you get a puppy off that, now you got a
You definitely got a line bred Eli dog. Because fuck, Bullison out of Eli, Rascal out of Eli. Okay. Cardenas, whatever they say. They say it's a Mexican Eli dog and no Spanish. So basically, you got a line bred Eli dog crossed with a little Kobe stuff. You might have 5, 6 different names in it,
And then if you saying you got the Kobe stuff in that, so if I take that puppy and go back to a Red Boy Jocko, Bolio dog, that's like 7, 8 bloodlines in it. But all
no, because the Jocko stuff go back to niggas. So you still on the Eli, you still on the Dabo side, and you still adding your line bred with the Kobe stuff, back with the Red Bar stuff. So you still ain't got but these 2 bloodlines. You just added 3 more niggas' names into it.
Yep, you right about that. You right about that, Jay. So I mean, it's like you said, if you really go back to at least to the early 90s, a lot of them dogs ain't gonna be scatterbred that you think that we say is scatterbred, or like you say, is no such thing or whatever, because all the dogs still going back to the same damn dog. Jeep, like you say, Jeep going back to this, Red Boy going back to this, Eli going back to that, and all of them damn near the same damn dogs.
Yeah, it gets more of the family traits that we look for. You get away from the family traits when you go to a cousin.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
And when I said that the Cardena showed the dogs cross good with the G Rascal stuff, I was talking about the line of dogs that we had. Say I never seen it cross with no Harvey Wallbang or stuff or something like that. It's still Jeep,
Mm-hmm.
So I know what you're saying. 2 things could be true.
Oh yeah.
Both of us could be right.
See, let me check some of the brothers in the chat, man. Salute to the chat.
The Popeye bloodline. Popeye. You ever heard of some Popeye stuff?
No.
That must be no dogs, man. Popeye.
Popeye bloodline. What is coming down off of? That's what I ask brothers most of the time. What is coming down off of? When I don't know it, I just say what is coming down off of. Because most likely, like you said, we don't know the dogs, J-Bo. They all go back to Eli G. Or one of them, same dogs.
Somebody's name we don't know.
But hey, that's kind of our fault because we should be getting to know all the mid-age dogs, the dogs after Yellow them that's kind of famous. No, never really got famous.
It ain't our fault though, PBK. It ain't our fault.
No,
it's just a testament of how good some of these dogs are that make people want them. You know, I can have a one-time winner and he might don't make all on him, and you might have a one-time winner, but he bred a certain way. The way I just straight up people just don't want what I have. So you got the blood that they want. So you get a chance to breed to the better bitches.
Yep.
And it ain't our fault, my nigga. That's just the world work. People buy what they want.
You're right about that, man. You can
good weed sell itself.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes they don't even want it. They don't want to buy it from you.
Yeah. But it still sell though. You know, the one man got to run out of it, then they forced to go to the nigga where it come from.
Yep. You right about that.
Yeah, so it ain't our fault we don't recognize these old names. You know, this people buy what they want. And sometimes what people want, it's the same thing, you know. So we know about certain things more than we know about the other ones. You got to go back into them people who the stuff that you're getting from the bring the other people name the light poles, because that's where the dogs actually come from. Yeah, ain't nobody getting no credit to the nigga that made the song.
Nope. Now, Advanced Gilbert say, how much influence is the owner? I'm just gonna go read it out for what I think he's saying. How much influence is the owner and the trainer, you know, to making a dog good, or having a let's say, or you would start with a pretty good dog? What's the deal on that?
That's a good question. Let me see if I can answer like this here that make it sound sense to me and him. How much influence does a dog owner and the trainer have to make it a good dog? Let me see if I can get a good example of this. Somebody like you know, some dogs make the people name. Some dogs, some people say like Twin them, the people like them. I ain't saying their name, no y'all tripping.
Yeah.
People on that field, they make the dog name. You know, they make the dog name themselves. So the trainer and the owner, they make their dog name. Back in the day, the dog made the people name. To me, like Florida Boudreaux.
Yeah.
You know, his name make the dog.
No matter
people,
what.
No matter what it is, it's a Boudreaux dog. Their names make the dog.
Yeah.
But people up north that who did these dogs that made them great. You know, Mayday got a great ass name, but they got people names in front of Mayday that made him great. So when we talk about Victor, or we talk about other people that had these Mayday dogs, their name is just as big as the dog. Without the dog, Chico Lopez. So that dog made their name.
Yep.
Tell them, yeah. So both of them true. Not I say a regular dog. Say like a dog from down south, down here where I'm at. Say if I owned them, I would have had to make this dog so great to where people up north would have known him. His greatness wouldn't have just came from him being great. I would have had to make him great. I'd have had to beat somebody with him.
Yeah.
I'd have had to be somebody recognizable with him. I'd had to beat one of these badass dogs up north for people to recognize him. His greatness ain't gonna just come from, you know, from nowhere. I'd have had to do that. You know, some people just need their names, and no matter about what the dog is, you could give it to him, and tomorrow he'll Boudreaux dog.
Yep. Salute to brother Dickie Foster for the donation to the channel, my brother. Salute to you, fam. Thank you for that. Yes, sir. See what them brothers down here
But
talking about, man.
like the dog was, you know, them icons. Icons make the man great.
Mm-hmm.
Zebo, Jeep, Bolio. Look how many people Bolio made. Bolio made Indian Sonny great. Bolio made Pat Patrick great. Bolio made his name just because Carver owned him. Floyd Boudreaux had Bolio.
Carver was about like Floyd. Name, no matter what he had, it's just his name.
I don't think there'll never be another name like Floyd Boudreaux. Unless your name Kobe. I think Kobe got the only name in history that's gonna rival Mr. Floyd's name.
You think Mr. Floyd's name stand up with Kobe?
Because after, yeah, it does. Actually, I don't think Mr. Kobe name stand up with Floyd's name. Because Mr. Floyd's name in our mouths today. Everything we talk about Kobe dead. Mr. Floyd's still living. He's still building a legacy if he opens his eyes up tomorrow.
Well, yeah.
He touch another dog and say we're breeding him, son. But that's another something to his legacy. When the last time you seen a Kobe dog?
Oh yeah, it's been a while now.
Yeah, Mr. Kobe still building so I don't think no name gonna trump Mr. Floyd's name. As in names. I ain't said dog. No, this got nothing to do with the dog.
Yeah.
I'm just saying names. I think he's the greatest name. His name is up there with Zeus in the dogs.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna be no better. Ain't gonna be a bigger name in our lifetime in the dogs. And they leaving day by day, dog.
So what you think distinguishes his name and Garner? What puts Garner name further down on the list than his?
Gardner, his name ain't that far back. But we recognize Gardner for two things. He come from a dog man to a business man. Say that says it's a business for him. When you talk about Mr. Floyd, we talking about his name, dog. This is life. Your name is everything.
Yes, sir.
Ain't nothing more than your name, dog.
Yeah.
You know, it's a business for Mr. Gardner. Either you want it or you don't want it. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
But when you talk about Mr. Floyd, we talking about his name, man. We talking about his children's name. We talking about his grandchildren when you use that name. Ain't gonna never be another name like this, bro. Name, not dog, not dog man. I said name.
Hey, he been bulldogging since the damn 40s.
And he been in the bulldog since we ever know that word bulldog. If you 70 years old, that man name been in your motherfucking vocabulary for 70 years. So he been here before half the world been here. You know, if he in his 90s, dog, and I heard his daddy had dogs. If I been since somebody's daddy having dogs.
Mm.
So he got a third hip, 3, 4. His son fuck with dogs. So I know his son about got a son about now, but he about fuck with dogs. So they got finished 4 generations of these people, dog. With their names on their dogs. Why ain't nobody else out here doing that?
That's why they were so damn eager to stop that family of dogs when they took them dogs.
So when you mention Maurice Carver dogs, the first time you look at a Carver dog, what's the next thing you see? Another nigga name.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
When you look at Mr. Floyd dogs, you looking at 70 years of dogs from this main name. And now sometimes when you ask me about how his dogs was, I try to catch myself before I be disrespectful because I don't deserve the right to talk anything about Floyd Boudreaux.
Yeah.
I don't deserve the right to even mention that fucking main name in my vocabulary of talking. And I don't know why he don't get the respect like he's supposed to, dog. Because that's the most famous person my eyes have ever fucking been on as a name.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I hadn't treated him more of this somebody that I might not never see again, dog, and what he did for us with these dogs by having his name in our pedigrees.
Yeah.
Fuck what color he is, fuck what he done, fuck who his friends was, fuck all the other stuff. This might be the greatest man name in dogs that ever been here in our lifetime.
Yeah.
Now I ain't gonna say that to no old timer because he know the truth and he know where them dogs come from and he can tell me some shit. But nigga, you ain't 80, 90 years old, nigga. How long you been mentioning Floyd Boudreaux? You don't say nowhere about me.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, well, I ain't mentioned Grand Champion Yellow name in my vocabulary nowadays that I was in those.
Damn.
I ain't mentioned Mayday in my vocabulary. Now, nowadays, one day that I was in dogs, I never mentioned his name before.
And you had some badass dogs, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I ain't never had no big ass dogs. And I ain't had to go nowhere because everywhere came here.
Yeah.
And I used to sit with the Cajuns. I used to go to Ari's house. He used to invite me to the barn. He used to have a chicken barn. And we sit there and watch the chickens. And we go in his house and watch some tapes of his dogs go. You know, when he wanted to brag on them and shit. We sit there and talk. We never talked about stories, you know, because he looked at us as food. And I never knew that. I'm glad to have him find that out later on. He was sizing us up, you know, but he was cool too. He mingled more with the black people than Black Paul did. You know, he was easy to get along with, and he had that chicken barn, so he needed you to come by and make a couple dollars off you, buy a little beer, do a little betting on the chickens. So he'd sit around and fuck with us. You know, I sit around smoke a blunt, and we talk. We don't talk dog. We just talk. But I never talk dog with him. We just talk. And I used to hear the shit that he said about Floyd. That Floyd wasn't doing shit. You know, all them despised them because they was jealous of the money that he was making.
Yeah.
And the first time I used to fuck with Bert, well, me and Bert never talked dogs. All thing he wanted to know was just trying to drive me about. I had Floyd Boudreaux shit. It was funny to him, me having Boudreaux dogs. I didn't have none, but he wanted me to have them so he could joke on me. It was so funny to him that he let me roll his dogs and shit without him going outside with me. They even, you know, to break the bitch up or whatever, told me and my partner, y'all figure it out, and let us roll some of his dogs and shit. That's because he didn't like that man and he come up with a story and it amused him that much, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know why people disrespect his name like that, bro, but like you said, when he leave here, dog, we gonna realize when those dogs change, so what a Boudreaux dog gonna be when he leave here.
Mm-hmm. Right about that.
You know, that man, he came through from where they took his whole yard of dogs. Every one of them. Then they replaced them. You ever heard somebody getting their dogs back like that?
Nope.
You know, you the news. You ever came on TV and say, breaking news, this man got all his dogs back before?
Not one time.
Well, then Mr. Floyd got his dogs back and got paid.
Yep, I did do the video on Mr. Floyd though, taking out that lawsuit on him and winning it.
Yeah, bro. That's the first time in the history of people with dogs have done something like that, bro. Man, this nigga the GOAT, man.
They just wanted to destroy his family of dogs.
This nigga the GOAT, bro.
Yep.
In name. Don't get me wrong. Don't be out there laughing at me and shit. I'm saying in name, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And there would be a bigger name than he is, dog.
And the man still living.
And he's still living, dog. He's still building resume.
Mm-hmm. I'm quite sure he can tell you he met Kobe and all them boys.
Man,
Tula and all them boys.
All of them, bro. And all them knowed him. Say it like that. I ain't gonna say he knowed all them. All them knowed him.
Who else living? Dog man living from the old days that can link to them boys other than Mr. Floyd.
Cause his name and everybody pedigree, dog. It's a second generation dog, man. Might be a third generation dog, man. And he 90 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So some of them dogs he woke up was already on the yard. So some of the pedigrees and when he was a young man and some of the first dogs that he got.
Mm-hmm. So you know about it.
That's 100 years of dogs, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Who could disrespect that?
Oh, you know you can have brothers these days.
I have in the past, dog, and I need to be fucking whooped for it.
Hey, you live and you learn, man.
I'm still say the same thing about the ones I seen wasn't shit. I can't take because when we talk about Boodle dogs, I ain't seen them the bloodline of Boodle dogs. All the ones I seen that actually come from his house.
Yeah.
Because I'm in that area. I
Yeah.
even seen the Boudreaux dogs that when the people stole all them dogs from Florida,
Yeah.
I seen them too. Got a chance to go against a couple of them. They was in the ghetto everywhere. When they stole all them dogs from Florida, the bitch was in the ghetto everywhere.
Damn.
You know, ain't nobody eat. You know, some people know how some of them was bred. That's why you get like you say, bro. You can't be letting all these niggas come to your house and talking to them, trying to sell them something. They learn your pedigrees, and sooner or later, you know how the world is, nigga. It's like them bitches like a cassette deck.
Mm-hmm.
So let nigga, you leave your window open, nigga gonna snatch that.
Yep. Yep. Hey, Hockey say they put all his dogs down and he built it back up because he has the sauce. Hey, once you know what you're looking for, you know what to get. You right about that. And like J-Bo just say, that man been in the dogs. He 90-some years old. That man been in, daddy been in it, granddaddy been in it. He woke up in it. You know what I'm saying? That man know dogs when he sleep. He could breed damn dogs. You know what I'm saying? Hey, J-Bo, we just talking about making a rum dog on paper.
Yeah.
Hey, brother Floyd can dream a rum dog.
He said every 50 dogs, out of every 50 of his dogs, you're gonna get a bullet.
Damn.
I seen a lot of dogs from Florida, dog. They were some badass dogs. But you know, back then, bro, they ain't had many real people that got most of them dogs. It's told them people dogs that had enough money to buy one. They ain't cherry pick on the money. And the people that was in the dogs, Florida gave dogs to. The people that bought dogs, he sold you dogs. So Florida had two different kind of dogs. He had the ones that he gave people, he traded people, and he put in his other yard. And then he had the stuff that you actually come to his yard to buy. Ain't fuck nobody. You went to his house. And then it'd have been different if he rode by your house and sold you one of them bitches. You went to his house.
Yeah, yeah.
So exactly what the fuck you come there for. So they had two calibers of dogs that he had, you know. I seen dogs that he was giving people to start off their lines with. And I seen every single one of them dogs that he gave them people that they roll and they quit. So they got so many from him to where they stopped breeding them. I mean, they stopped fighting them. And it just bred them like he told them to do. And they got murderers out of them motherfuckers. So he even know he know the sauce too, dog.
Yeah. That's
That ain't my way of doing it, you know, but
yeah.
I wish I had his way of doing it. I love you been calling me mister on the telephone tonight.
Hey, I tell you what, damn, he been dealing with that line so long that you know that's when it comes to when the person buy a dog from you, he telling you exactly what to do with this dog, breed this dog. You know, like you said, they might be curs, might be cur acting, or might one or two of them might cur out. The man told you to breed that dog the right way, and you get you some good dogs from it. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
how many stories you done heard bad about these man dogs? I heard the man didn't have black dogs. Somebody Labrador come up and then all his dogs turn out black. They had that story going around down here. He wasn't doing this, he wasn't doing that. So the Cajuns ain't really talk because back they dogs didn't have no Florida stuff in them. They was more on the boomerang stuff. So they didn't really have it was more carver based on their dogs. They didn't have the bullets and stuff at the bottom part of it. I guess they seen Bobby Hall and Florida Boudreaux to be two different people, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Which they were, you know. They were two because Bobby Hall was a dog fighter. Fuck what you heard about Bobby Hall, all the gay rumors and all that. Bobby Hall was one of the baddest motherfuckers that ever put his hands on a motherfucking bulldog.
Who was older between them boys?
I don't know, bro. They Florida 90 fucking and Bobby just died now. You know, Bobby Hall, old lady, just died too.
Mm.
I could have met Bobby before, dog, but I just wasn't starstruck to ride up at the old boy house and act like I had come to see him and shit, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But Bobby had bad dogs, man, and the dude, I know 2 or 3 of the proteges that been bigger dog men than I probably ever be. Even if I want to lie and write some shit down that I did, I still could make a better story than them. And Bobby had bad dogs, bro. And Bobby was a real dog fighter. But we looked at him too different to say that Florida stuff basically was this better stuff was bolstered down from Bullison, like the Maverick stuff.
Now, Landon say Floyd had brown dogs originally.
Yeah, see what I mean? Then all of a sudden all his dogs turned black.
All it take those one or two studs that's black, and everything will be black. If you know how that go.
Yeah, but how many years it take though? If you have 100 brown dogs, and all of a sudden you got 100 black ones.
Yeah, that one black stud. Now that black stud gonna start giving you some black puppies. You can have them brown dogs, and then black studs start sticking them. They gonna start coming out all black.
Mm-hmm.
But you still should have some brown dogs back there somewhere.
Well, when I went to his house, I seen maybe 3 buckskin dogs, maybe 5 or 6 black and white dogs. They had 2 chocolate red-nosed dogs, but he ran outside, almost fell off the porch. They let us know that them was off a spider biter. Them wasn't his dogs, you know.
Yeah. Now,
But I ain't seen maybe one brindle dog on the whole yard, including 100 puppies. I ain't seen but one brindle dog on the yard.
Damn. Now, if you do some inbreeding with them dogs, I guess if he started off with the buckskin and the brown dogs and stuff like that, if you do some inbreeding, you should get some of them throwback dogs to pop up in probably in that Florida stuff maybe.
Well, you can't get no inbred in Boudreaux.
Yeah, he been breeding. He ain't never go out too much, really, did it?
I ain't never really seen him go out, dog, unless he gave people them dogs and let them went out with it, and then he got them back from them. But you never know, you know, because out here he was chasing pedigree. My partner bred the ham. He gave him one of them bitches out of ham off the breed.
Yeah.
And I looked on ham offspring list. He done changed the bottom side of the pedigree.
Damn.
And it's 2023.
Damn. That's why we can't take these pedigrees for nothing, man. We just gotta get them. Whatever they say, just go by what they say, and that's all it is to it. And if you like your dog, you got it in front of you, man. That's all it really gonna matter. He gotta pay. He gotta set the papers on him. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's always room for this talk, nigga, and it's called Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so ain't no way around it. That we go back to regular life on Mondays and Tuesdays, where we say it don't matter. It's just the one you got. But the day got there when it mattered today on Saturday.
Yeah.
It's the only day that it matters.
Mm-hmm.
All the dogs sleeping, all the children in the bed.
Yep.
Every time somebody get their ass talked about.
Yeah. Right about that. Right about that. I guess that's why we were saying. You were saying, especially as far as Florida one preserved the Eli stuff better than Garner did with his Chinaman stuff with his Eli stuff.
No dogs. And most of the dogs I see with Florida name on them, I never really seen too many towards the Eli stuff. It was more the Toby Jr. or the Bowles or the Bullison bred stuff. Looked like the stuff more was Bullison based than the Eli. So Tom might did stay more on the Eli side of it, you know.
Yeah.
You still gonna have Florida name on most of these dogs. That's one thing Tom got. Tom got Gardner dogs. So it don't really matter what it is. It's always gonna be a Gardner dog.
Mm-hmm.
It is what he said it is.
Yep. Now,
And you got some Eli bred stuff. You ever seen many Eli bred base dogs Florida got in his pedigrees?
Well, I'm not real savvy on the Eli stuff, but I mean, like, I just go by a lot of the Eli stuff I learned about when I started doing these dog shows and stuff. I know the basics as far as the Garner and stuff, and but as far as really detailing and knowing about specific Eli dogs, I just know the real famous ones, but I'm not real. I don't really know a super lot about Floyd stuff like that. I just listen to y'all boys, and from what I hear, a lot of Floyd stuff have a better reputation than Garner stuff have on my side. It do. A lot of the Garner stuff on my side is 45-minute dogs. You know what I'm saying? The Floyd stuff, I never really heard them was 45-minute dogs. You know,
I think they got two different sides when you speak of these two different people's names.
yeah,
Floyd name might have carried more weight in the foundation of dogs, like in bringing something back to a family.
yeah.
But when you speak of Tom Gardner name, nigga, that's the business end. He the supposedly was the second leader in all row impulse, and then when everything went down, Frisco became the Almighty God.
Mm-hmm.
So just the name Frisco could rival any dog man name in the world almost. You know, Frisco name, just his name by itself, up there with Floyd Boudreaux name.
Yep, yep. But it's
Well,
like
we talking about Gardner got another 100 dogs than Frisco.
mm-hmm.
That Grand Champion Spike. They
Yep.
got his gifts. Chinaman.
Mm-hmm.
Tom rival in the name in it when you talking about it as in the dog. When you talk about name, there ain't no name gonna rival Floyd. So when you talk about Tom, you going back to talking about dogs. You're gonna take somebody like Fat Bill name to kind of rival with somebody like Tom name, because you're gonna take a dog fighter. The fucking Tom.
Now, one thing, say like, okay, even though Floyd kind of more bully son based with his Eli stuff, but like you said earlier, Tom about the business. He focused on the business. And when Mr. Floyd was more of a dog man, his dogs wasn't getting sold at more. Tom didn't really give a damn who bought his dog. When Mr.
That's right.
Floyd, you know, dogs aren't getting out as much as Tom dogs getting out because you know, he still staying to the dog man way. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, giving certain people dogs. But you come over here acting like you got big time money, go ahead and buy the dog for $2,000. You know what I'm saying? If you want to buy it for $2,000, you go ahead and buy it for $2,500. Or I sell it to you. You talking like you got a lot of money, but then he got brothers who he starting yards off for. And not necessarily no particular color or nothing like that. Just people who he know that's gonna bulldog the right way or whatever. And then we got Garner. He just doing it for the business. You know what I'm saying? Making good breeders and doing it for the business wise. So you know, you might get a better dog for Mr. Floyd when it comes to that Eli stuff because of the fact that he may pay more attention to his dogs as far as breeding this dog to that dog, not caring if he gonna make fucking 20,000 off this litter or not right now today, not caring if he gonna sell them or not. You know what I'm saying? You know, you rarely hear about. I know Garner give dogs away. I know he give dogs away, just like any dog man. But you rarely hear about brothers giving him that credit of setting brothers off, setting brothers yards off from back in the days. I'm talking about. I know he did it. I know he did it, but you don't really hear about it like you hear about other dog men. You know what I'm saying? With him, it's more business, and he made it happen. He making it happen. You know what I'm saying? And can't take nothing from him. You know what I'm saying? Can't take nothing from him because them dogs so expensive these days. You gotta make that bread off of him. You know what I'm saying? So can't take nothing from him. He mastered the business side when Mr. Floyd mastered that Eli side.
Yeah, it's gonna take somebody like Chico to rival Tom name.
Yeah, business wise.
Since Chico did it with one dog basically. One blood of dog. So you know they got you got to look at it like some people made a fame with one bloodline of dogs and made it famous. What the dog made was already famous, but Tom did it with dogs around the world. You know, Tom lived all in Mexico. I said Tom did dogs, and how many champions do you think Tom had them produced since he been fucking with them dogs? Over 100 probably.
Mm-hmm. You know, I can't figure out why. I'm trying to still answer that question I asked them brothers last week. Now that I'm a grown man, I'm trying to figure out why Tom sold us a champion black chance. We bought champion black chance from Tom, and I'm trying to figure out why he sold it to us. Now that I'm a grown man, and we ain't paid no damn super high price. We paid maybe $2,000 at the most, somewhere around that area. You know, and now that I look back on it, why would you sell us a champion? And I mean, like, yeah, if you somebody you know gonna be in that area or something. We from a whole nother state, and you know we youngsters. You know what I'm saying? So it make me look back at it now, like, They got him registered as a champion. We didn't put him on online ped. We didn't put him on online ped. Somebody else did. So they got him registered as a champion, and Garner told us he was a champion.
Tell London Hill, that's who I'm talking about. Mississippi had locked down the best of that blood.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm real good friends with her.
Hey, Johnny Boy say, why do you think Floyd never made the rum list?
Florida dogs?
Yeah.
Okay, who would be looking at Maverick? Skull, Driggers had Skull. So he had Maverick. You and I never seen no dogs down from Florida dogs that was all around. I don't remember any of them. I mean, they had the California Jack dog that they was breeding, but they wasn't sticking a bit for one time. You couldn't give but one stick to him for a grand.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a question, Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe all his dogs was older when the ones he got stud in them was older dogs when he got them. You can't say the dogs ain't going to right people's hands.
Yeah, that start making you wonder who's controlling the books and who was controlling the numbers.
Yeah.
And certain, like you say, Floyd down your way, so his dogs might, it just depends. They all got in great hands, they all got in great hands, but
They got in the best of hands. They was in his hands. Looked like he should have took upon signature in one dog, one dog got to have a signature on your yard. And that probably what got his dogs too. That might, but damn, he still should have had one though. I know that hurted him like a motherfucker when they took all them dogs.
Mm-hmm. They didn't mind paying that damn lawsuit. They just wanted to kill them damn dogs. They didn't mind paying a lawsuit.
Sure did. They just wanted to get rid of them dogs. And then back then, some of them dogs that they was done 5-6 times. They never carried no title,
Mm-hmm. I was doing some reading about Red Boy earlier, and they were saying Red Boy had been rolled, did a few times, but it didn't record it. The matches were unrecorded, so you know how that go. Or whatever. They didn't write it down, and they sent it in and whatever. But a lot of brothers was like that back in the days. But you gotta understand that if Mr. Floyd 90 years old and he been in the dog, bro, count 90 years back. Man, we ain't even talking about the 50s. We talking about Kobe, them, William Light, all them boys. This man got them.
How many ROM dogs you seen Kobe have?
I don't know, but Kobe ain't living, is it? And
I'm
this brother be living.
Back when I looked at all them pedigrees, did you ever seen the ROM behind many of them dogs' names?
And look how much he produced. He produced everybody dog out here damn near. He ain't got a rum dog up there. Kobe don't got a rum dog, I don't think.
I never remember seeing all the behind none of them dogs' names. I remember they talk about these who win 9, 10, 11, 12 matches. On Kobe dogs, we really talk about is the ones that made Red Bull.
Yeah.
But every 10 years, we got a new voodoo dog to talk about. Well, that's all ROM right there, fuck. That man stay relevant. That man stay relevant in these days, bro.
No, and you gotta how the hell can a man be in the dog game that long and not be on the rum list? It's gotta be some kind of blackballing involved. It gotta be some type of like you said earlier, J-Bo, I don't like you, I don't like your dog.
Depending on what you call his dog, cause like you say, Skull made ROM, huh?
Yeah, I think I seen Skull at the bottom down there somewhere.
Maverick made ROM, huh?
Yeah, I think
how about Midnight Cowboy?
I'm about to try to look it up real quick. If y'all brothers got time, I'll be talking about it.
All them dogs down from the dogs Maverick and Skull. I think he had a couple dogs to make all roll him. Depending on what they want to call his, you know.
Yeah.
I know Drigger owns Skull, but it was Boudreaux's Skull. So Drigger might have owned the dog and didn't take it out of Boudreaux's name. Or he bought the dog later on from Floyd. Drigger had that Iron Mike stuff.
Man, I gotta pull up the old rum list because this new rum list I got, man, don't even got Floyd on here. It got yellow number 16 and goddamn shipping and recall book ahead of all them old dogs. I gotta find the old rum list, man. This new one right here definitely ain't right. Got yellow. We just talked about STP Buck the other day. Got Buck unweight Buck like number 18 and got yellow like number 16 and Grand Champion Art number 17. Then they got Ship number 4, number 5. Man, what the hell? Who the hell making this shit?
That's that new list.
Yeah, they got Jeep at the top, Frisco, Mayday, Tab, Recall Buck, Mr. Indian, Garner's Red Frisco, and then Ship. And then you got to stroll about 3 or 4 pages down, and then you go see Yellow and STP Buck then way down there, followed by Tudor's Dabo.
Damn.
We ain't got none of the old school famous dogs up there. They done got about a good 10 new dogs up there.
And that's the first person bloodline you run to when you want to put something back in your dogs.
Mm-hmm. Right about that.
Yeah, Maverick on the motherfucker that's in his own pedigree.
Now I'm looking at another rum list. Got Jeep, got Yellow, number 3 coming Buck, Weirdo number 4, WCC's Deacon number 5, Booger number 6, Finley's Champion Bo number 7, Lee's Champion Reno number 8, Patrick's Tombstone number 9. Okay, but we still don't got no Floyd's dogs in there nowhere. J-Bo.
Uh-huh.
I just looked at about 60 dogs on the rum list. Might be about 50 to 60 dogs, and I ain't seen Floyd's name on not one dog.
God damn.
Ain't no way in the hell that man 90 years old and put that much years in the dog game, and he ain't got one dog on the damn rum list. And I'm strolling down it now. No limit. I could be mistaken, but let me look again. Nope, I don't see none, dog. Not one Boudreaux dog up there. Nah, I'm not gonna say none of the dogs that's up here don't come off of Boudreaux stuff because they don't got the pedigrees up here. But when it comes to the actual name in the list, not one Boudreaux name in the list that I'm looking at. They got about 60 dogs up here. That's crazy. That's crazy right there. You don't think about it, you don't pay attention to it, but when you pay attention to that stuff, it gotta be something wrong, man.
Look like he should have got at least somebody up there. Like I said, depending on who they say them dogs was from. But I know Maverick and it's Boudreaux's Maverick, huh? Maybe they said who owns somebody else owned Maverick.
Yeah, they got Mountain Man stuff up here, Rebel Kennels, Balls, the Balls boat action stuff. No Boudreaux. I'm looking Indian Volo way down there. Now some of this stuff could be coming off Boudreaux stuff, but just looking at this list right here. Now that's the male list. That's not a female list. That's the male list. They don't even got him on the female list. Unless one of them dogs coming off his stuff, he's not even on the females list. Dennis Freak say Boudreaux dogs quit for the most part.
Yeah. That's the skinny of it.
And like I said, I ain't really got too much experience with them bourgeois stuff. They ain't really made it really up here back in the days, like heavy.
And I used to see a lot of them. They used to bring a lot of them. Or had some people that had whole yards of them. And then some people had some pretty good dogs off of them.
But I ain't gonna lie.
They mostly went the other way with them. They didn't. Like the better dogs, the people who own better Eli dogs wasn't in Eli country. They was up towards your way.
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna say it like this. It probably was a good bit of bourgeois dogs around my way, because it's a lot of black dogs around here. But back then I was kind of kennel blind to the point where I wanted this certain stuff right here, and I was staying away from that damn anything that had something to do with Eli in it.
Mm-hmm.
Back then.
The Reno stuff. I never really seen more of the Reno stuff. I didn't see much of it. Most of it I seen was people that just say they had Reno dogs, but I never got a chance to see none of them.
Landon say stop on top. Ain't that like what they call a light switch?
Yeah.
Light switch.
Yeah. You see most of them to the wintertime.
Light switches. So in a show, when one start hunching and the other one ain't making hold, that's gonna end up a draw. Both of them still come across, but end up a hunching and no handles being made.
Yeah, if all the holes start to scratching and nobody scratched the win.
Both of them come across, but when they come across, they don't do nothing but hunch, and the other one just don't do shit.
Yeah, you allow the hole to start to scratching then.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one on the bottom got to go, and then if he don't go, somebody got to scratch the win. So if you don't come in contact on that scratch the win, then it's gonna be a draw. You right?
The brother say, have you ever heard of Domino the Demon?
Domino the Demon. No, that's a hell of a name, man. He Cajun country or South?
I ain't sure. I ain't never heard of that one, by time. That's a brother or a dog? Oh, Cummins. JSD said Cummins had some of the best bourgeois stuff in Red Springs. That's around my way right there, Red Springs, North Carolina.
Come on, what they had? Eli 3 dogs?
I don't know.
Red Springs. I ain't never familiar with Red Springs. Oh, that's by you, huh?
Yeah, that's up in the North Carolina, on the North Carolina side. Domino the Demon. Yeah, that is a hellified name by time, but I ain't never heard of him. He had to been something serious with a name like that. Call that bit Double D. Domino the Demon. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Salute to the chat, man. Salute to the chat. Appreciate all my brothers that been rocking with us all night long. Yes, sir, man. Appreciate all the people that just coming in here tonight. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate all the people that just coming in. You
heard of Dutch Boy?
Who?
Dutch Boy.
No.
The Holmes blood. You ever heard of the Holmes stuff?
Nope. I ain't never heard of the Holmes stuff. What that stuff coming? That's Eli stuff that y'all talking about? Yeah, a lot of people like to use that Eli as catalyst, man. I think the Eli stuff, you probably can get some pretty good game Eli dogs if it's bred the right way. Go ahead.
I was reading what they said that the Dutch Boy stuff was hood.
I'm gonna look up the Dutch boy stuff. See if I can find it. See what you're talking about. Or unless that's a man name. I don't know. I never heard of him. Oh, Cummins Dutch boy, 5-time winner. Cummins Dutch boy. Okay, that's coming off Boudreaux's Bulls. And Boudreaux's that's oh yeah, that's a Boudreaux dog for you there, buddy. That's a Boudreaux dog. I don't got it on the slide, fellas. But I'm just gonna read it off to you. If you on your phone, you can go Google it yourself. Cummins Grand Champion, Dutch boy, 5-time winner. Boudreaux's Bulls coming down off Scrub on the top, and on the bottom side he coming off Bull's daughter, and on the bottom side he coming off Boudreaux's Eli and Boudreaux's Spook. Everything in the pedigree is Boudreaux. From the top to the bottom in the fourth, the very top of the fourth, he got Tudor's Dabo and Tudor's Mini. That's how old this brother is in the dog game. You know what I'm saying? And that's just going back just a little couple years. You go back when that man was a young jit. Shit, that's when we get back to William Lightner and all them other boys. Finley, or what the man name is, Feely and them boys. And no dogs on the run list. Somebody disrespecting Floyd, man. When y'all make that list out there, brothers, the ones who making that new list, y'all better slide Floyd up in there somewhere.
Yeah, London say Bowl, Skull, Maverick, Eli Jr. I won't say it again. I done told y'all motherfuckers once. Everything go back to Dabo. I don't care what name. You got 2 names in these dogs, Dabo and Kobe. I don't care what your name is. I don't care how far you don't want to go back. It's two bloodline of dogs that's gonna go back to Dabo, Arizona Pete, or Kobe. After that is imported, unknown. Just depending on how old the conversation gets, you know.
Yeah. Now looking at this dog right here, no, I'm not gonna lie. Boudreaux got some of that old school stuff. And like you say,
what the old school stuff would be with the nigga Tobin stuff?
I mean, like that stuff going back to Debo. I'm going back to Debo. I'm still looking at that same dog, Grand Champion Dutch boy. That dog is in the 4th pedigree. Every single dog in the 4th pedigree is either Blind Billy, Bulls, Scrub, and all them dogs, you know, and Tudor's Dabo, and they coming down off Dabo. And man, Blind Billy, Mo Dabo. Now, I ain't gonna lie, Floyd got him bred up. He got it bred up. All right, Nephew Bulldog says, question, is Jeep first example of a red boy Eli cross?
A honey bunch.
Yeah, I wouldn't put red boy in that cross. I'll say Eli honey bunch cross. You know, red boy is a little more modern to say with Eli as far as
yeah, you know honey bunch was off of Bulletin.
Yeah.
So it's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Bulletin or Carver's Amber. Carver's Amber was off of Carver somebody else. So it's all Dabo. That might be the first.
Nephew's Bulldog say he only said that because all the dogs behind Bo is the same stuff behind Red Boy. Oh yeah, that's what Jay Bo was talking about earlier too, right, Jay? Like they're pretty much all the Red Boy gonna go back to the Kobe stuff, and then you know the other stuff it really ain't a cross, tell you the truth.
Yeah, it ain't.
It's just like the same stuff.
Everything go back to the same stuff. That's why I say, is it really a word called scatterbred? I think scatterbred is just it's meant for different names that you don't know. It can't be scatterbred when you're talking to the blood, because all the blood go back to the same 2 dogs.
Yep. At the end of the day. It's just how far you looking back in the pedigree. Like you say, you don't know.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
What's the best cross for ball blood? Look like it's gonna be the Bolio stuff.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, honey once real sour. Yeah, I heard that before, but I've been hearing that of late. You
Who
ever
they got?
heard that before?
Who,
Ironhead was the real sour honey bunch.
who they got? Who was Honey Bunch Daddy?
Bullets,
Bullets.
bullets. I also heard before that them dogs that they thought they was getting out of Ironhead was off of Bullets.
Mm, that's crazy. Now, one thing I will say, just hearing that story that y'all say right there. You know, if we talk about Ironhead, has Ironhead has as many stores as Bully Son? What would have made them breed Ironhead instead of Bully Son and lied and say it was Bully Son? Because Bully Son lost and they're using a better dog? Or maybe Bully Son had a pedigree that looked better than Ironhead or something? I don't know what Ironhead is off of.
And
Why
then he come down to the die boat on it.
oh, okay.
I'm thinking, I don't quote me on it.
Probably the same stuff.
Yeah. The cop, the spike dog, all that stuff go down back to die boat on.
At the end of the day, dog, no matter if somebody got a fake pedigree or not, even if your pedigree fake, it's still going back to the
They
same
still
dog.
go back to die boat. If you got a fake ass pedigree, go back to die boat.
That ain't it. You think that's a Jeep dog, but you got you a red boy, but it still all go back to the same shit.
Same fucking shit. The one or the two.
Yeah. Hey, Landon, man, I wish I could have a good boomerang dog because I seen one that had a little boomerang in it and I liked it. But if I seen one that was, I don't know much about the boomerang stuff, but from what I read, boomerang seemed to be a good dog, and I liked what I saw. The one that had a little bit of boomerang in it. I wouldn't mind having one with a whole bunch of that boomerang stuff in it, so I could make my own opinion about it and see how I like it or not.
I like it. I seen the ones off of Champion Rawhide. I seen the ones from the Whack and Spacks, down from down from Pistol Pete,
Yeah,
down from Mean Pete. I seen the ones down from Rivers Frank, right back to Banjo. I ain't seen the ones off of that, the Banjo stuff, right back to the Rivers Frank stuff, right back to the River Frank stuff. I seen the ones that come down from Gatorson, some of the Sorrow stuff.
yeah,
I seen them. I seen the ones that come down from the Jack Kelly dog that made the grand champion pistol dog. I seen them. So
damn,
shit, yeah, dog. I seen a whole lot of them. I'm talking about they were rough, bro. I even seen the Bennett bread stuff. So back to the Jeep bread stuff. I ain't got nothing. I ain't seen even few of the pool head house stuff. Right back to the LeBlanc stuff. The LeBlanc stuff, the snooty dogs.
yeah, damn.
You to call men, so you got to call men dogs. Snooty, all this butcher boy stuff. So you talk about Banjo too, all this butcher boy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Can tell you how many I seen off of Banjo. Seen Banjo Mama Little Make go. Then you got the LG stuff.
Damn.
And
Hey,
then you got the Marcus Young stuff. So when you speak of that name Carver dog, you
yeah.
talking a whole lot of dogs, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And you've been proud to own some of them dogs from LG and Marcus Young, and down from Rivers Frank, and some of them dogs down from Banjo, and some of them Bennett bred dogs. Some of that fucking Bennett stuff to the Carl Mill stuff, to the
Oh,
Banjo stuff,
mm,
and bred Carver shit. You love them dogs, bro. They gave you everything you had then,
damn.
but that's a smaller dog. And a probably black dog too.
Mm. Hey, Batan said, Pelican Bay, I thought you was looking for some handicap. Hey, Batan. Hey, now when I talk about stuff like handicap and I talk about the banjo dog, really them my fantasy dogs. Back when I was a youngster looking at the books and stuff like that, I had dogs like 357. I always wanted. Never got a dog off that shit. I like the handicap. I always like the handicap. I never got a dog off of it. You know what I'm saying? I used to love handicap. Hear the stories about them and see how he look. The banjo stuff. I seen a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? I seen a little bit of that or whatever. But just certain dogs from the past. You know what I'm saying? I had like a fantasy to have one of them dogs, and I never had one. Whether it was couldn't afford it at the time or just couldn't and didn't have to connect to get the dog. You can see them on pictures and shit, but you don't got to connect to get it. You couldn't get it. As far as knowing how to find that person. So some dogs like that, you might hear me name out a few more other dogs that that I would mind having. You know what I'm saying? Handicap is a dog that never made a sour taste in my mouth. So if I wouldn't mind, if a brother got a dog I know that's coming down off that stuff, because like we talking about, really can't take these papers but never face value. But if he says handicap stuff and it's pure heavy, then I'll try it because I haven't had a bad taste off that stuff yet. You know what I'm saying? But I just got my celebrity dogs I like from the past or whatever. I never had a chance to touch, and just like anybody else, it's still ringing in the back of my head. Even though I got my lines I run, them old school lines they still in the back of my head. You know what I'm saying? Still in the back.
They say what I consider slingshot scatterbreed. Riverview Kennels champion slingshot was off of Mad's Grand Champion Gabe and Mad's Champion Snatch. I think Gabe was some Carl Mill stuff. I guess he was Snooty Bodeo, a little of that Peterbilt stuff.
Yeah.
And I think the Bodeo stuff was more of like the Mims Midnight with Little Mace the Bullet Ball Bob.
Who slingshot? You see that was, J-Bo?
Riverview Kennels.
Okay, I got it right here. Riverview Kennels slingshot.
Yeah, the mama was some Greenwell. That has a little G Red Bar stuff in it, but on the bottom side of it was some Carver Monkey Dog stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that dog look good too. Slingshot.
Yeah, bro. I was kennel partners with you can show him?
I'm looking at it on my phone.
Okay. I was kennel partners with the guys. I knew of him before they had got him,
Yeah.
I seen that every role he ever had. I was kennel partners when they did the first one, the second one, and the third one. I got some of my partners to get him for him, and he beat champion Johnny B. Good for his fourth one. And then up here ended up getting a chain accident. One of his sons killed him. Bred back to that red man to snatch dog.
Oh, that.
And he was considered to be scatterbred, They made a lot of breedings with him, but they didn't really get too much off of him, The police seized all the puppies we had off of him. When they hit the yard, they probably had about 20 puppies they got down from it. Mississippi Hot made some crosses with him. I got one or two good ones off of him. To that muffin bitch.
That's him right there.
Yeah. Yeah, boy. My dogs, I had dogs right to the left and right of him. The way he had on the chain spot.
Yeah.
J-Bo Fly was to the right of him, and J-Bo's Muffin was right there to the left of him. Everybody love that dog, bro.
That's your dog right there.
No, that's Riverview Kennels Blake. I was kennel partners with him. R.I.P. Blake,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that dog, they look good. Got a head on him. Got a head on him too. Some jaws on him.
Yeah, bro. He had a heart. He had some heart too.
Like he got a nice long beak.
He beat the Greasy Corner Kid when they made Dog of the Year. Dog Man of the Year.
Oh, damn.
He beat Nick. Nick had a 4-time winner. His first win was against that sugar dog I had, Little Mate Brother. I seen him beat Hollowhead, a son of Champion Gator, Little Mate Brother.
Yeah.
And he beat him off the chain.
Yeah.
I seen him go against one of the Mississippi hot dogs. I've seen his whole career. I was there for his whole career. Boot camp click at him. That's where he come from.
Mm. They had a nice one right there, bro.
Yeah, that was a hell of a dog, bro.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm a firm believer of a dog, man, can make a dog, not necessarily make a dog, it got to be there. But I'm a firm believer of a lot of dogs get the bad reps because they go to the wrong people. And you know, if certain dogs go to, and I don't want to make it sound like, you know, like you know more than what the next person know or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain dogs got to be with certain people, man. I've seen people who really take care of their dogs, but it's just not really putting the time in with them to get that dog to come out all the way. You know what I'm saying? And he still kind of, you know, you got him by 75%, but it's 25% more that you can pull up out of him. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, shit. Some people are looking at 75% dog and think he the one, and he might not never get stopped. It might not can stop him, but it's still more you can do with him. You know what I'm saying? As far as bringing it out of him. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of dogs get a bad rep because they go to certain people, you know, and some people have, you know, everybody had their own little ways of doing certain things, man. Some people be wanting a grand champion by the time you was 5 months old, you couldn't stay on the yard. Some people, they gonna wait till their dog get 2 years old and back then and do this and do that. But, you know, to each his own when it come to that. Each his own.
Yeah, just depending on how lucky you get with the bitches that get bred to him. And you can see most of the people that, if you ain't in a big organization and got a great ass dog that got some great ass wins under the belt, you ain't gonna see too many other dogs making register married unless you do it yourself.
Yep.
You gotta keep all the dogs off of them. You got to campaign all the dogs off of them. You got to do it yourself.
Yep.
You know how hard it is?
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, you got to breed up about 25, 30, 40 dogs off that one dog and keep them all. You got to get them bred to some good bitches. But at the same time, if you're a pretty good dog, you're going to have to do your inbreeding too. So you want to look at them right there, they ain't going to be as good. And then sometimes the inbred will be the better dog. So it's gonna take you 3, 4 breedings to figure it out, you know. He getting older and older, you know.
Yeah.
So some of them ain't gonna get. Most of them ain't gonna get their due till they're dead anyway.
Yep, you're right about that. I want to send a big salute to Brother Samurai Kennel, man. Them boys say the votes are in. The votes are in. I'm not sure if the brother on right now. If he on right now, go check his video out. They say the votes in. You know, I'm gonna check it out. I'm definitely gonna check it out when we get up off of here. You know what I'm saying? I wish all y'all brothers luck that enter y'all dogs in the show. You know what I'm saying? We about to see what's going on. We about to see what's going down. Yes, sir. I'm about to look up that dog for you, JSD Eli. You say Cummins Eli 3? I'm looking them up now, JSD.
That Carver dog Curly. I had a brother called Larry. Back in 01, 02. So that was me. 47 minutes.
Oh man, hey J-Bo, them boys pulling up the best Eli bred dogs in the damn world. These dogs ain't nothing but Floyd. That's coming off Clayton's Eli Jr. and Clemens Brandy, which is coming off Eli. Eli on top, second and top. Eli on the top of the first. I mean, top of the second and the bottom of the second. Straight Eli on that one. They ain't got no picture of him. Oh, he a rum dog though. But he a rum dog, so that's kind of answering what we was talking about. He on the rum list somewhere or another. That's bourgeois bread stuff.
Yeah, look like his better dogs came from other people on.
What you talking about, Jay?
Look like his better dogs came from other people.
Oh yeah. Cause see, by this time that we looking at these dogs, Floyd really he be 90 years old now. He really getting to be an old man there. So he probably just sitting back breathing, let people do what they do. Sitting back breathing, let people do what they do. I'm just gonna breathe. Y'all do what y'all do.
Yeah, tell him Slingshot had a quarter that Peterbilt stuff bred into him.
Slingshot look good now, I ain't gonna lie.
He was a game ass dog, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. He beat a 4-time winner. He beat 2 4-time winners. Champion Johnny B. Good was a 4-time winner. Nick Dog was a 4-time winner. So he beat 2 4-time winners. So that's 2 of them. 1 4. He beat that dog. That both of them was their first time out.
Hey J-Bo, a lot of them boys probably weren't watching my channel when I was up here advertising a black dog, because they'd have said something, they'd have called me out already. I had one of my partners gave me it was Abraham's Heart, Queen of Hearts, that bull, the Hollisburg bull stuff, but I had 2 black ones off that stuff, and I had them up here for a couple days with them, dropping the videos with them when I first started doing the dog videos and shit, but I ended up getting rid of them. No particular reason. No, not because it was black or nothing. I liked them. I just, had something else I was trying to do at the time. But yeah, that was I don't think they had too much Red Boy. They had a little bit of Red Boy Jocko in it. But shit. I had a bunch of that Hollisworth bull.
I don't think I ever had but 2 black dogs before.
Now I never had a black puppy that I raised that I let grow up and I love. You know what I'm saying? I never had a black dog like that.
And I raised 3 from puppies. One was given to me and one was out of that Slingshot dog. That Slingshot dog that we looked at?
Yeah.
I bred him to J-Bo's Muffin. I lost to a son of Wacko. He didn't make his 13th scratch. And I had a bitch out of that Slingshot dog to the Muffin bitch. I beat that bitch out of Roxy. The same day Roxy made the cover to the Sporting Dog Journal. Yeah, Roxy made the cover to the journal. That edition. And I beat one of her daughters the same day with that bitch out of Slingshot to the Muffin dog. And then the rest of them was seized by the people. Me and Brady made two litters out of them. I think the people got all of them. Then I also bred them to the whitehead dog. They got them too. And the one that I did keep, he didn't make it,
Damn. That Slingshot was throwing off pretty good?
No, bro, we didn't really get much off of him. Most of them were seized. Maybe they were saying he was a scatterbred dog, they were saying. We bred him to the boot camp splits Champion Fire. Then none of them make it. I think one of them was matched on. I think he might have lost, like one to them. But none of them made it. And I Mississippi Hot bred to him. He crossed into some of that stuff he had. And he had some pretty good ones.
Yeah.
Down there bred to that, more to the Cardenas bred stuff, that Champion Crazy Spike stuff.
Yeah.
He had a few good ones. Then they bred him to the Champion Snatch back to his mama. And we had a daughter, Champion Red Man, the Champion Snatch. We bred him to. They got the male off of him that eventually killed him.
Damn. Hey,
got tangled up and fucked the chain. Got tangled up. They got fucked. I got tangled up in the chain spot. And his son took him from me.
Damn. Hey, Jamel, man, you ain't gonna be messing with me about my boy now. My boy Andy Cap. Jamel said Andy Cap was a pit jumper.
What? I thought they supposed to have been an ace type dog.
Hey, Jamel, you must mean he jumped in the pit when to get to him. When they was going there, he was jumping in the pit. Hey, he said Andy Cap was a pit jumper. Hey, I tell you, boy, no matter who you is, no matter how good your dog was, they got a bad story about him out there too. You might only heard a good story, but they got a bad story out there about him too.
I ain't never heard that before though.
Yeah, I always heard Andy Cap was an ace too.
God damn, boy. He turned the motherfucker over in their grave with that bullshit there.
Damn, make me don't want to get the Andy Cap now. Jamel, damn. My boy Jamel told me it was a pit jumper. Nah. I had to try.
I don't know what's more disrespectful, him jumping the pit or you allowing him to do it again.
Hey, Zero Way made a good point this now. Old Way or whatever your name is, bro. Salute to you, fam. He either jump in the pit or he chasing one out the pit, jumping out after them. One or the other. He jumping in to get in the pit or he chasing one outside the pit because they done jumped the box. I don't mind him jumping out then back then. He can jump out all he want to long as he chasing.
Yeah, as long as he jumping second now.
Yeah, long as he ain't the one getting chased. Shit. Woo. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Boy, I seen some jump the box. Some anticipated matches. Somebody drive all day for the seat, and then the bitch jumped the box.
Oh yeah, we call them the Terrence Crawford Earl Spence matches. Same way Terrence Crawford Earl Spence with. Think we gonna get a 12 round or we get a 2 round?
Have you ever heard of Calvino stuff? We had some Jimmy Boot stuff. It was some matter of fact, it was some boomerang Jimmy Boot stuff. Bred to the raghead stuff. Was some hell of a dog.
Why we don't hear people talk about Jimmy Boots as much? Like having dogs line bred down off Jimmy Boots as much. Because I hear he was a great dog.
When you start talking about them Calvino dogs, you go back to talking about that Staffordshire bred stuff. And too many people don't want to hear about that.
Want to stay away from that Jimmy Boots. Want to stay away from that kind of talk.
Yeah, I would want to if I had a lot of that stuff in my blood, and then you got somebody coming on these podcasts and telling the truth about that stuff in it, a lot of staff stuff in it. I wouldn't want to hear that shit either.
Hey, now would them boys give me hell, J-Bo, if I come up here and I'm talking shit about my new stud and he's straight Kobe dogs in the pedigree? Would they give me hell and say, that dog ain't been checked, he ain't been tested. Look at them dogs in that pedigree. You think they give me hell for having a pure Kobe dog right now?
Oh yeah, I tell you, we gave my partner hell for him having pure Kobe dogs. He used to get them from JB Kobe, and he used to try to sit on them because they came from him, you know.
Yeah.
And he started to look at them a little bit, you know. So I seen dogs directly from Kobe rolled on a frequent basis because they got 3-4 of them. So I got a chance to see all 3-4 of them. So when we say Kobe dogs, I actually got to see some dogs directly from Kobe go.
Yeah. Damn.
And most of them, they wasn't no badass dogs. You know, I ain't talking about badass and no muscle bound punk or nothing. They rode the head good and shit, you know. They wasn't fast. They was kind of slow, you know.
Yeah.
But there was some decent dogs, you know.
Yeah.
Looked like when he started to roll them, they turned them bitches into fucking man biters.
Hey, Landon, what you think about them handicapped dogs? Landon say he know a little bit more about them than we know about them. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I always liked that the way, you know, we just look at them, you know, and look at them in the books and hear the stories. I just like the way he looked, man. I ain't gonna lie. I felt like I could do something if I'd have had him. If I had that motherfucker there, boy, yeah, I could do something with him.
Singleton was a cop.
Shit, man, you hear a lot of stories back in the days about when it come to that, man. You ain't gonna never hear those stories no more because it's a different days and times. But that was the era of the judges, the cops, the everything, the mayors, everybody was part of the dog game. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different era, man.
But that handicap, he was down from 53 Sugarfoot or something. There was some Sugarfoot dogs. He was down from.
I want to say he was.
Well, you know, that what Bob Hackman was using. Cross to them Dirty Mary dogs. I said at least 25 dogs from Bob Hackman. It might have been more than that. The partner used to get them from him 2-3 a week. Bob used to let him get them dogs just to try out, you know.
Yeah, Singletary Sugarfoot. Yep. And balls on the bottom.
So I actually seen a cross with the handicap dogs. Cause I seen a lot of Bob dogs. And his daughter didn't used to have these dogs. I seen a lot of them dogs. But they was crossing to the Dirty Mary stuff.
That's exactly what handicap is. Bowling your cross back into Dirty Mary in Cherokee Chief.
Well, I didn't see the Cherokee Chief bottom side. I seen the Bobby Boy Jr. Most of that stuff on the bottom side. And then Bob Hackman had another bitch that made ROM. She was a Bolio handicap bred dog. So I seen some of them. Actually, I seen a lot of them. And with that Dirty Mary stuff in them, dog, them some bitches, them was some turning ass goddamn dogs, but some of them was game as hell, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Landon said, how many dogs did Ronald take the handicap? It don't look like too many though, do it? It don't look like handicap got a whole lot of offspring out here. No actual offspring. Well, he got 3 pages though. He got 3 pages. Might be other people bitches though.
Three pages to handicap. You don't hear about his blood much though.
Nope.
I just straight up the handicap bred stuff, you know. I know about Hackman stuff.
Yeah, I'm on the second page of handicap breeding. And you're right, Landon. You don't see Ronald name up in there nowhere. You see a lot of other breeders, but you don't see you see a little bit of balls in there, but not to say. You see a little bit in there. I tried though. As long as it looked like. Only way I get an handicap dog right now if it remind me of handicap.
Well, they got to be black and white.
They got to be brown like handicap on that damn picture. It got to remind me of handicap. I don't want no red nose handicap. I don't want no black handicap. I don't want no brindle handicap. I don't want no white one. I don't want no buckskin handicap. I want a brown handicap with a little white in between his eyes and a black face like handicap.
Thank close. I seen some handicap stuff was dogs down from Chop Chop.
Oh, damn.
I seen a few good ones down from Chop Chop. Dead Serious Killers had the Chop Chop dog.
I feel like I heard of that name before. Now that handicap they won't be considered scatterbred. Like if it was such thing as scatter, he was kind of tightly bred. Some dogs just don't produce, man. They be great, but they don't produce. Then make you wonder how great was he? Was he really an ace? Like them boys say down in the chat. You know what I'm saying? They say handicap wasn't shit, but from the stories that it was told and the little history that they got out, like he was a super dog. But if it wasn't for all this up-to-date technology and all these dog channels, you'd still be thinking.
And then they come right back to being how good of a bitches it was that they bred to you.
Exactly. You're right about that.
When you got a dog up for stud, after you take your brucellosis test, As long as they got their money, that's a done deal. But when you usually see an RO inbred dog, you look at some of them breedings that they made to get them most of them champions from, that's an in-house thing. The people who own that dog bred to that son of a bitch more than anybody bred to him, you know. So half these dogs be having help to make ROM, you know.
Yep.
They take their champion bitch and breed to him. So you know, also to be some of these dogs really special. They could produce to anything that you breed them to.
Let me ask you this, Jay.
Hold on before you say that. See, that's the problem we have with the slingshot dog.
Yeah.
We ain't getting a lot of stuff out of them because we hadn't figured out what to breed him to yet. We were breeding to dogs that was coming, and he didn't produce with a lot of stuff, you know.
But
when we found out what he did kind of cross with, he was dead then, you know.
Yeah. So he could have been a good breeder. It just could have been a thing that y'all never found the bitches that clicked good with him.
Yeah. And when we did, somebody else had him though, but he was dead then, you
know. Yeah, we're gonna have to start showing them females more recognition on the bottom side of them breeders than we do on a lot of them breeders, because we give the males all the credit, really, man, with everything.
Yeah, we get all the credit. You don't look at the bitch name till you go to his motherfucking name when you go to the offspring. Then you start looking at the bitches.
Look at Mayday. We ain't got no more Maydays when Yellow bred all them other dogs, but we got it when we bred to that Hollingsworth dog. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you don't get a Hollingsworth dog nearly she don't even get 25% of the credit Mayday get when it comes to breeding dogs.
And supposed to get half of it.
Yep. You need them females out, bro.
Yeah, now if you don't get half of it, that means he might be your daddy too. But still, you don't get a quarter of it. You still got the bottom side of it, unless that's your daddy too. I can see a dog get full credit for a pedigree if you're 3/4 of it.
Hey, by time, if we still talking about Andy Cap down there, you asked me how many litters did he have? If we still talking about Andy Cap, he had three pages worth of litters. You know, how many of them 3 pages is? He had 3 pages.
God damn, you think you could have made all of them and Sambo had 3 pages of bitches to breed to?
Man, shit, yeah. I would have made all of them in the first time.
With a couple champions and 1 2-time winners been bred to him too?
I tell you what, we just called out Buck page. Buck only got 3 pages his damn self. But we hear a whole lot about Buck right about now, though.
Look at the bitches that they bred to him.
Yep. And you don't hear Buck was an ace, but you hear Andy Cap was an ace.
Yeah, sure did.
Buck was a grand champion, but you never really heard he was an ace.
I heard about this dog called Big Dakota. And saying he was an ace. I think somebody beat him, but they were trying to go into handicap at one time with it.
So Andy Cap was still up and about when you was back in the game.
Yeah.
You should have got some of that smoke, J-Bo.
Shit, I wasn't looking under that smoke. I had enough smoking that stay right down the street from me. Because the times that we couldn't find nothing, we was on our own ass.
Yeah, I feel you on that, boo.
Yeah, the guy that had the grand champion little son dog, Gotham City.
Yeah.
All those be hung together, you know, but he wasn't gonna let you rest around him, dog. He stayed gonna get something, you know. Yeah, he wasn't gonna let everybody be friends.
Oh man, Jamel said he never heard Andy Cap being an ace. Damn. I heard that. Jamel, I heard it. I mean, you know, I don't know too much more about him, but I heard he was ace. I always heard that. You know, once that person throw that story out there, all you can do, by the time the story get to me and you, shit, it done switched up 5 different ways.
Talking about the Gone Light line. Boy, I know somebody had some Gone Light Barney dogs. They lost to that John Kaufman dog with him. I know somebody had a whole line of that Gone Light stuff. Every time I go back to the Barney dog.
Now, one thing about them going like Barney dogs, the traits was heavy in that dog as far as the looks wise. I don't know how game it was, but you can always look at one and see that was off that going like stuff. The shape of them, the color of them.
Yeah, this dude had some nice dogs, bro.
I'm gonna have to bring that them throwback dogs like Barney back out, man. Going like Barney, see if I can make me some money. Barney and damn Kobe. I'm gonna see if I can come back with a pure Kobe line. See if the boys gonna buy it, or the boy gonna tell me I got damn near blue dog or some shit. Man, you got styles, Pelican Bay.
Yeah, and then this dude didn't have brindle dogs. They had the gone like stuff. His dogs wasn't brindle.
Oh, what color his shit? Did he have the white, like the white in his face part?
Yeah, no, they had a little white on them. Yeah, they did have a little white on them. It wasn't much though. Most of it was in the chest. Some had it around their feet.
Yeah, if I'm gonna be proud to say I got a going like Barney dog, I want to at least look like going like Barney.
Grand Champion Joey. I said Joey didn't throw shit either. Grand Champion Joey.
Yeah.
Did you see that tape with Joey in Texas on it?
Nope.
I seen the tape with him in Texas.
Who Grand Champion Joey was off?
I think that was Roadblock dog, McNash.
I'm checking him out right now.
He told Joey that he knew what's in there. He put it in there.
Roadblock, Grand Champion Roadblock, coming down off of
Joe was so far in Texas chest. Roadblock told him it's in there. Told him he know it in there because he put it in there.
Dang, he got Dutch Boy in the 4th pedigree at the top, a bunch of that stuff. Plumber's alligator. Hey, iBuck 614 say why we mention alligator stuff. As soon as I read that comment, iBuck, man, I'm reading the plumber's alligator in the back of this dog we talking about now. That's them bloodlines, man. Brothers kind of weeded away from. It's like,
well, it's Jocko now. It's Jocko now.
Yeah, it's Jocko and all the other stuff now. They weeding away from the alligator. They weeding away from the Kobe. When the alligator, Hammond's still kind of keeping that strong. He kind of keeping that strong, but they kind of weed away from the alligator, the Kobe, like all the old stuff like that. Really, you know what I'm saying? Brothers will say you got like damn near like staffs and all that shit when you come out with it. Not the alligator, because Hammond's still running that shit good and strong over there. But you know,
they running the Paladin dogs too. Then
the who dogs?
Paladin, what they call it, the Paladin stuff.
Yeah, the Paladin. You don't really hear too much about that no more. But I ain't gonna lie, we came across a mix of that Paladin with that Red Boy Jocko, boy, that shit. Woohoo! Boy, look here. I'm talking about some great dogs, modern day time. I ain't talking about doing that no damn illegal stuff. I'm just talking about good athletic dogs. You know what I'm saying? But it had that Paladin cross in it. You know what I'm saying? Had a Paladin, not a 50-50, but like a little Paladin in there. Just a spike of it. You know?
Yeah, you ever fuck with the hillside dogs?
No.
I had a little. I don't know if it was down from Rat.
That's the Earl Jr. stuff, right?
Yeah, it's the Earl Jr. stuff. I ain't seen him off of Earl. I ain't seen him off of Earl Jr. I ain't seen him off of Rat. I ain't seen him off of the Champion Casper dog. I ain't seen the Apponecker stuff. I ain't seen him down from Frank White. I seen a couple more of them motherfuckers through Champion Hickory. And we had a little bit of the Earl Jr. stuff through the hillside stuff.
Yeah.
Man, it was some little small ass dogs. We had a couple chocolate. We started getting some chocolate red nose dogs out of that stuff. The ones D. Harper had were probably more of the battle dogs. He probably had the battle stuff out of it. Basically, the ones that we had came down from some of the dogs that he had.
Eppin is another person that did a lot of good line breeding, and you know, I'm gonna kind of say that he don't really get the credit maybe he deserved far as his dogs that he been breeding. You know, I guess another reason.
Yeah, the hillside. Yeah, I like the hillside stuff too. I seen that a champion hit. I seen that Hitler dog. Hitler was the one time winner down from it, and Lex was another one time winner down from it. All over the hillside bred stuff.
Mm.
The Appalachian stuff was more to the north of us,
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's kind of way out there, so it's kind of far out, especially when there wasn't no internet going on during that time. You couldn't get you, man. How I ain't knew nothing about no internet back then. Yeah, so yeah,
That stuff that I seen down this way was cross more back to the Tom Gardner stuff.
yeah, yeah. Now I did hear about Earl Jr. stuff back in the days, but I never really knew about internet like that.
I seen a son of Earl, champion, Dead Zone Kennels, champion Happy Jack. I seen his third one real close, but a little bit closer than I want to see it. If you know what I mean. And Elder, I seen it a little bit closer than I wanted to see it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they showed him to me. Yeah, because by the time I opened my eyes back up, it was over with. I'm talking about a devastating animal, dog.
Dang.
You ever heard that word, devastation?
Oh yeah.
That's something they use on a Batman movie. This bitch was devastating. Then Indian Sonny jumped on his head the next time and he carried out in 40 minutes.
Damn.
But held for the whole 40 minutes.
Damn. Got frustrated.
Yeah, held him for the whole 40, dog. And I guess today was the day that he just got tired of that bullshit. And told old boy to leave him alone.
Yeah. Hey, and when it comes to the bloodlines, dog, the same way like you were saying, certain lines never made it down your way. See, that's the bad part about it. See, great lines are all over this country. Like I was saying, you might be in the west side over there where nothing but infinite dogs were the number one dog. You know what I'm saying? Now, when all of us get together on these shows and on this internet and all that stuff, we start talking about dogs. We take different opinions from different brothers, but at the same time, a lot of these dogs never made it to a lot of these locations. You know what I'm saying? A lot of different locations. And brothers was bulldogging in that area. You know what I'm saying? And brothers was bulldogging in this area. And brothers was bulldogging down south. Never had to come up to South Carolina and North Carolina and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the country's so big, especially out there where Infinite them boys at, man. You talking big states, a lot of land mass, plenty country area and woods and fields and all kind of stuff out there, man. Them boys probably had some good dogs out that way.
Yeah, and then they had a website. They were selling all kind of products and supplements, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, I think I think that's a family business. I think they still doing that.
Yeah, and I still remember that one of that chick came on and said a whole lot of prejudice ass shit. That kind of that shut some of this stuff down. I mean, she said prejudice ass shit. That turned a whole lot of people away from her.
One of the family members.
Yeah, they don't need niggas or something to be successful in this business. I forgot what it was, but I remember she saying it. I still remember the biggest day. Can't remember the right words she said, but it bagged a whole lot of people off of them,
I tell you what, we all need each other in this business. In this game, in this dog game, everybody need everybody, boy. I'm trying to tell you.
That's right, money ain't but one color.
Yep. And what you don't want to do in this dog game is be on the wrong person and on the wrong person bad side. You know what I'm saying? You want to. The dog game is something you want to be like. That's why they call it a gentleman sport. Because in the dog game, you don't want to be on a person's bad side. You just want to, be cool with people, man. You know what I'm saying? Damn, shit. A person shouldn't have to. When you dealing with dogs, a person should never even see your gangster side or none of that stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? A person should always say, "Oh, that person, he cool as hell," or this or that. Because when it comes to dogs, I mean, why would a person just shouldn't have to see it, dog. You know what I'm saying? It just that's why the gentleman sport come in at.
I think everybody got the same good intentions.
Yeah.
It started off for everybody had the same good intentions. But you got some people that have been fucked over so many times, that make them like that,
Yeah. and you got so many personalities. You might talk to me one way, and then this brother over here comes to your house tomorrow, and you talk to him the same way you talk to me. I might be took it, but then that brother over there, he ain't gonna take it the same way. You know what I'm saying? It's just everybody's different. And then but
And then they got that word called misunderstanding. You know, a misunderstanding to turn a whole lot of people
yep,
away from each other, dog. So some simple shit.
yep, yep. Because if for her to get up there and make that statement like that, she obviously had a misunderstanding with somebody. You know what I'm saying? And
No way, but she just showed who she was for real. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because when you dealing with different people, and when you dealing with something that's making you living, you got to kind of tolerate some stuff that you want to say, but you don't say it like they did with these podcasts. We can't talk to each other like we used to talk to each other. And these dogs, boy, it ain't never been friendly. It always been competition. We always handled each other bad.
Yeah.
We always had hatred.
Mm-hmm.
We always had shit to say about somebody else's dog. That don't make money these days.
Nope. You right about that.
Yeah, that don't make money these days. You got to come together, dog, and you got to bite your lip off some shit.
Mm-hmm.
You want to insult somebody, do it to yourself.
And then after you go through all that, you got to go through all the other bullshit with the dogs.
Yeah, anytime the rich can't call a punk. Hell. You know, in society, you can't call nobody no punk no more.
No. You can call them anything but that.
Yeah, I can't tell you how I feel
Get
about
banned.
that.
Get banned.
Trying to get you put in jail these days.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Right about that.
Yeah, bro, and ain't got many people with no big time name that they got to protect. It's all about the money now. What you do for me and my dog. And most of the people that got good dogs, that's the last thing they want to do is pass it on to somebody else.
Damn. Lionhead said he had that crunch bitch. Evan passed her to Bill, and he passed off to Sheriff's son. We got a bred to BOP Gage. Yeah. Yeah, I had a homeboy that was trying to grab some of that Evan and stuff one time. I'm not sure if he grabbed it or not. He was talking a lot of good stuff about it though.
Do you think white people receive prejudice?
I think they may receive it in a way that they might call it like that.
You know, there are some white people that don't like white people.
Oh yeah. I got plenty of white friends that tell you damn people, white people that don't like them.
I wonder what the prejudice in the dogs for them. I wonder did they have any prejudice in dogs?
I don't know, bro. I'm gonna tell you like this, Ray. I can't speak for them. We have to get one of our white brothers to answer that question. But
you ever bought a dog from a black man when you started getting these dogs? When you was trying to get a good dog, did you go to a black man to buy one?
I went to a black man, but I got a piece of shit that he done rolled and it was all scratched up and this and that. I got some good dogs from some black brothers, but you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna keep it all the way 100 with you now. You gotta be careful. You gotta make sure you get in an old school dog, man, that haven't been Americanized yet. You know what I'm saying? When I say that, I mean like, that he's more on the Floyd level, trying to make sure you get a good dog. He ain't worrying about how much money you got. When you talking to one that you sit out there and talk to him for a while and he ain't really too much stress of your money, and he talking about some dogs, then he might be the one. But far as a lot of them I dealt with, I went to the yards and I hadn't been dealing with that yellow stuff already. Once you deal with that, J-Bo, boy, them shit set standards super high. You know what I'm saying? At least for a motherfucker that's 18, 19, 20, and 21 and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And I go to your yard and you give me something. I had to send dogs back to some brothers. You know what I'm saying? Because you give me the dog and I get it in the light and look at it. This motherfucker done been through hell. Last night or the day before one, shit, at that. So I know he was a loser. You just sell him to me because you think I'm a young boy, and you sell him to me because you think I don't know. I don't want that shit. Send that shit back. He must don't know. He must don't know we got good dogs around this motherfucker, and I'm already connected in the chitlin circuit already. That's what I hate. See, I hate when I go holler at black brothers, and then they thinking, oh, because I'm hood, I'm from the hood, I'm in the city, I ain't connected in the chitlin circuit back in the day. See, that's the thing. That's the problem I used to have. Because you see me drive up in the Benz with motherfucking Renzo rims on that motherfucker, and I got gold chains, diamonds, and all this. You think I ain't connected to them country boys? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you try to shit me, and you can't. I don't want that dog. I'm good. I'll holler at you, fam. You know what I'm saying? You start talking. I can look at it when I even come over there. I don't want that shit. You ain't gotta even talk. Tell me those stories. I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it. I'm gonna listen to you. Cause I'm a dog, man. I don't want to talk about any kind of dog. You know what I'm saying? But shit, you know, it is what it is, Jay. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. When it comes to it, if I put down a percentage of right now today, I ain't gonna add the modern day time. I'm talking about back in the days. From the people I went to get dogs, you know what I'm saying? I capitalized when I dealt with my white brothers, my black brothers. I capitalized when I dealt with my black homeboys. When I dealt with black brothers I didn't know, they try to shit me. I'm just keeping 100 with you. You know what I'm saying? And how I know they try to shit me because I was already dealing with better dogs. I would have never knew that if I wouldn't have been dealing with good dogs already. If I would have had bullshit dogs from the start, I would have knew they were trying to shit me. I'd have been up here bigging them up. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I had yellow dogs like I told y'all boys. So when I go to fuck with that bullshit, and now you trying to shit me because you think I'm 18, I'm 19, and you 30, I don't want that, man. No, what you thinking? And now I go holler at my white friend, you calling me Uncle Tom, or you saying this, and you can't come holler at him. You know what I'm saying? But it just is what it is. Like I told you before, I like to win. I ain't give a damn about whether, buying it from who I was buying it. I want to win. If you ain't trying to put me in a position to win back then, I ain't fucking with you. I don't give a damn about what color you was. You know what I'm saying? All that color shit didn't matter about that. That matter about winning. I ain't seen a color made a motherfucker win a damn show yet. It ain't not one motherfucker winning a damn
I remember a whole lot of traveling that we did to go to these different places trying to buy a dog.
Yeah.
I just don't never remember us going to nobody black house. We never went to a black man house to buy a dog from him. And the black man that we did know that had dogs that did pretty good, I guess we was like all the other fools in the world was expecting them to give us dogs. We didn't. I guess we didn't go to their house to buy them. We always wanted something from a nigga for nothing. Because all the black people I know that had dogs, they either gave me one or I gave them one. We traded dogs. But I remember all the dogs that I bought, I got from the white man.
Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, the ones that I came up with.
I even bought dogs from a white woman before.
Yep.
I went to one of my brother's house to buy a dog. I don't know why, bro. I couldn't have been because I ain't thought they wasn't shit or nothing, and I ain't never thought I was better than nobody. And the people around my area, I was behind anyway. Nothing I was gonna get was gonna ever make me better than them. Mm-hmm. But I still don't know why we dodge our people to go buy from the white man. And then soon we get back and be the same nigga that we didn't go get the dog from stop us.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Jay, when I was young, man, I loved dogs so much, man. It never even crossed my mind what color it was. I was rolling to the house, dog. If I seen barrels in the yard, I was pulling up in the yard.
I ain't never came across my mind today either since we started to talk about it.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to look back to see that.
Oh,
I've been to Billy Stevenson's house. I've been to Bobby Cobb house, Mr. President. We got these dogs out of Tennessee from Gary Taylor, whoever the hell that is. I've been in Mississippi Hot House. I know the logging man. Man, I could name the goddamn places I done been to and seen all these different people. But none of them black people.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I know, you know, like I said, the brothers that came up in my era, like my age, my peers. Now them boys, I get a dog from back then, and I feel more safer with getting dogs from them boys, because them boys was bulldogging. Now the ones I was getting them from that was older than me, that we was hollering at, going to the other side of North Carolina and different little, no disrespect to nobody, because I know some great bulldogs out there. I just didn't meet them. You know what I'm saying? When it came to the black ones that I met, you know, the ones that I bought dogs from, you know, they try to shit me, man. You know what I'm saying? They give you what they didn't want. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that they felt like they didn't need or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They didn't really, it wasn't, you couldn't get the dog you wanted, basically. You know what I'm saying? So when you went to a white brother house,
around here, it's the same thing.
So when you went to a white brother house and he allowed you to get something off these puppies or something off these one or something off this one, you like, man, damn, that nigga over there trying to give me 2 dogs that he done ran through both of them, and I can go over and holler at this white man, whether he give me the best dog or not, he give me more to pick from, and they got the same amount of dogs. You know what I'm saying? He let me, oh, I can get this, or I can get that, I can get this. So now what comes into play when we get in these brothers' yard and we start flashing all this money out? You know what I'm saying? That's when all that start coming into play in. So we get to this white brother's house and they got dogs they don't want to sell. Now we start pulling out the money we got. Oh, I'll give you $2,000 for them. You don't want to sell them? Let me give you $2,500, $3,500 for them. I take them. You know, that's when all that shit kicked in. You know what I'm saying? Because really, the black brothers could have been making the money, but you trying to shit the other black brothers, so we got to go to the damn white man. And then now 30 years later, you get up here and talk shit about the damn white brothers. But like I said before, a lot of brothers was prejudiced. You know what I'm saying? I came up in the South. I ain't old as brother J-Bo them. I came up down here and I experienced a lot of prejudice shit outside of the dogs. When it come to them dogs, I never let that shit stop me. If I want that dog, I ain't here to steal my brother. I ain't here to cause you no problem, but I want to talk about these damn dogs. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna look at my face and he gonna see I'm sincere. He gonna see I ain't come to cause no problems. And I ain't even talk about buying nothing yet. We just sit here talking and kicking the shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm coming with respect. Like we learn, respect a brother. You know what I'm saying? And shit, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, don't bring no mob of people to no house. I ain't bringing no mob of people there. It's gonna be me and maybe the person I'm riding with. If I'm riding, I'm supposed to roll with one other person. You know what I'm saying? And shit, man. It just had a bad. I had a bad. Everybody, we got millions of people out here in this country. We got some brothers who only had good experience with black brothers. You know what I'm saying? We get brothers to tell their story. You know, everybody's story.
You know what made everything I just said to you nonsense?
What that?
Every day I met somebody in the dogs while we was doing dogs, and he showed me that what I had going on at first,
yeah,
wasn't about shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he started introducing me to some real people that's doing these dogs for real and got dogs that they got off from all across the world, to where he put me in a circle of people to where I ain't never had to buy a dog again. I ain't never bought a dog again. The only dog I ever bought was a dog that was off of my dog, or grandson to my dog, just because they were selling them. I ain't never bought a puppy before, ever. After I got them dogs, I never bought a dog before, unless it was off of one of my dogs. I ain't never paid for a breeding before.
Damn.
I done bred the champions and fucking ROMs.
And dog.
Puppies.
Damn.
And they don't even come pick the puppies. Just send them to me.
Send them to you, straight to you. Ain't tripping on it.
So it's about the circle you hang around, dog, and the people that you meet, and you once you get around that right circle, dog, and you start fucking with people that got something to lose.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now
and they got a couple dollars already, so it ain't about the money to them. It's about the dog and what's going on about the sport.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's why, bro, I have to always mention Mr. Claude Puckett when I talk about my old stories and stuff, dog. Because when I tell you, When I told you we was the searchers back in the days, we searched for people, but we ain't searched and found Mr. Claude. We found him by somebody connecting us to us. But when I tell you, he had to be already in his 70s when I met him, at least 60 something, 70 something when I met him by then, or at least close to it. You know what I'm saying? When I tell you, man, this brother didn't know me from Ass and Adam, but you wouldn't tell it by the conversation he was giving me. You wouldn't tell it by how he took me around and try to sell me dogs coming off of Grand Champion Yellow for $250 and showing me different dogs throughout his yard. You know what I'm saying? Show me, point me out this dog, that dog, this dog, making jokes with me about this and about that. You know what I want to spend my money on and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't experience that with my brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? When it came to my brothers, it was a lot of other stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it just our love for my brothers to get up here and tell stories about the good stories they had dealing with brothers, but just my behalf. And the thing about it, J-Bo, and the chat, like when I got in, I started dealing with Crossroad. Like that's like Crossroad dealing with Victor. Crossroad dealing with he lost the Grand Champion Champion 600. Crossroad dealing with all these brothers in the dog game. So once I start dealing with this brother, you know what I'm saying, and I'm still not really know who I'm dealing with yet. I know Crossroad like the back of my hand, but I don't know that this brother connected to the mob, basically. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who I'm dealing with, but I know him. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if I would have knew that then when he went and did Barracuda, if I would have knew we'd been talking about Barracuda like we talking about him now, I would have went to the show instead of let him tell us about it when he got back. You know what I'm saying? If I knew when about the Champion 600 match, the dog that 600 beat, he gave to us. On the way home, the dog died in the car. The dog never made it back home. The same dog that 600 beat Champion Crunch. I take that back. Champion Crunch, which was Champion Fatty Little Mate brother. On the way home, he gave us the dog. You know, the dog died in the car. You know, but we didn't know about this stuff back then because it was all happening then. Now it's like we got all this stuff on high pedestals and stuff like that. And it's like, you like, damn, I've been through that shit. And it's like, if you'd have made one or two other moves, if you'd have stepped this way, just two more steps, you'd have been part of this history. You'd have been part of that history. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I would have met Mr. Crenshaw if I would have hung with Crossroad maybe 6 days out of the week instead of 5. You know what I'm saying? I would have met this brother Burns over here if I would have hang with the Big John brothers, if I would have met them a year earlier before I met the Big John brothers. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's and then when you meet these brothers, bro, it's hard. You set standards for people that's trying to shit you. It helps brothers. That's why it's good for brothers to meet good dog men early. When you meet real good dog men early, all that bullshit don't just, man, you hear it, but you don't believe it. It go in one ear and out the other, man. Because good dog men put a stamp in you when they get you. When they get hold to you, a good dog man gonna treat you right and you're gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, when a bullshit dog man steps to you, you gonna know it, dog. And you gonna understand when somebody trying to shit you. You ain't gonna just accept anything, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's not just anything, it might be okay to him, but this is a game of competition. This was a game of trying to have the better thing. This wasn't a game of, I want to be your friend. I want to show you, I want to spend bread with you. This is a thing of, if your shit don't beat what I'm already working with, then we can just talk and I'm gonna keep stepping. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, it just, I was blessed to rock with a good crew at a young age, dog. And I guess I made it hard for a lot of my black brothers. You know, they're the ones I never met a brother like Denny Green. Them. I wish I had opportunities to meet brothers like that. You know, and some of the other brothers that was in the Carolinas or whatever. But with me, none of that would have mattered. Even if I would have met them brothers, it wouldn't have mattered because my dog game wasn't based on color. My dog game was based on winning. You know what I'm saying? So with me, as long as I was winning, I'm fucking with you. If I wasn't winning, then shit, I gotta holler at somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say about the handicap, the 357, and all that other stuff like that. That was just my fantasy dogs and stuff like that. Dogs I look at in books and just like, oh yeah, I want one of them dogs. But at the end of the day, I had something that was already working. You know what I'm saying? I had something that was working already. It's just them was my fantasy dogs. You know, 357, not Macho Buck. You know, I'll fuck with 357 before Macho Buck was really kind of in famous as he is now. You know what I'm saying? You know, but And the thing about it, Jay, man, we got so many dog brothers across this country, man, and everybody's story gonna be different. You know what I'm saying? Like for the older brothers that can tell their stories and stuff, everybody's gonna have different stories. Some of them gonna be coinciding with like some of their stories might be going with yours or the next brother's on. You know what I'm saying? It's so many stories, man. Nobody can't really look at like one man's story is law. Whatever you say is law. Whatever I say is law. No, man, we only in one area, one place. Even when it come to Mayday and Jeep and all them dogs like that, them dogs went across the whole country, man. Them dogs is only in certain areas. You know what I'm saying? They went all in California and all these other places and Nevada and West, man, all these other states out west and all these places, man. This country big, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like you say a lot, the famous dogs get a lot of the credit, and the famous dogs come from one little section of the country. All the famous dogs come from one little area, and then you got semi-famous dogs, and you know what I'm saying, dogs that scattered out throughout the country, dogs that made great names and stuff.
Texas.
Yeah, Texas.
Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Mississippi, North Carolina, South Carolina. They say Ohio, a motherfucking nice name for it too, but they got a lot of dogs. California.
Now California will be a good state. I ain't never really heard about no serious dogs being from California. Like
you get to Mexico that easy from that way. So you could deal with that way. That fence Trump built got a hole in it up there.
Okay. Oh, nah. Yeah, that would make sense. That's why that Mexican Eli stuff and that Cardina stuff heavy over there too.
Mm-hmm. They got a hole in the fence.
Yeah. Our buck said it takes a while to even know what a good dog looks like compared to just a dog. I said that last week, I think, or week before, eyeball. Like when we talking about aces and stuff, I don't think you can see an ace off of 3 or 4 shows. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to see that dog gotta be ran through. You gotta see some shit to say that's an ace. You gotta see him in every single situation it was. Even down. To the point where you like, oh, he ain't coming back. No, not necessarily. You don't necessarily have to see him down because an ace can be a dog that never been on the downside. I think, long as but I don't think you can show an ace over 3 shows. I don't think a champion could be considered an ace unless that champion dog has a hellified pre record before he start getting into them shows, like a lot of rolls and stuff like that. If he got a record in the rolls, like a bunch of rolls, he could be considered an ace, I think, because they've seen a lot of stuff out of him. But just a few schoolers, and then you jump up there and get to be a champion. Nah, I don't think 3 enough myself. That's just my personal opinion. I think you gotta have time in with it. Like I buck say, gotta have time in with it.
They talking about dogs like Grand Champion Baby Grayson, or Fat Boys, or Grand Champion Fat Boy, Grand Champion The Beast.
I heard of that Beast though.
Yeah, I think he beat 2, 3 Grand Champions, 2, 3, 4-time winners, about 2, 3 2-time winners.
Now imagine arguing with them Texas boys about them leaving Texas to go come over here to South Carolina or to go to damn Tennessee or somewhere. Man, them boys don't gotta even leave Texas. It take them boy about 2 days to leave that motherfucker.
Yeah, I never seen many of them dogs come from that way. They go the other way. They go Mexico before they go your way.
Hey, that's the most smartest thing to do, ain't it?
Yeah, they're gonna get the same level of competition. Just right down the other side of the border. Shit, an hour from their house. And they'd be traveling 2 days. To be the smaller dog when you get there.
Mm-hmm. By the time I say shout out to Liquid Lucky Scatterbird Kennels. Liquid Lucky, that's your kennel name? I don't know. Liquid Lucky, my dog now. Liquid Lucky, you know I gotta shoot your kennel names out. All I know, Liquid Lucky. Liquid got them scatterbred dogs. Shit. Yeah. Like J-Bo say, ain't no such thing, man. Ain't no such thing. Look back in that pedigree. Hey, tell the truth now, J-Bo, California a big state too.
Yeah, it is.
Same way the boys don't gotta leave California to go platinum on their music. Don't gotta leave New York to go platinum back in the days. You could sell right there in New York. Enough people in them areas. You know, if a state big enough, you know, you go platinum in your state.
It said something about Dawn Mayfield. I remember seeing something about Dawn Mayfield. They not know anything about Dawn Mayfield. No. I said that they had two Mayfields. They had one named Dawn. Well, you know what the other Mayfield name was?
What that?
The Dawn Mayfield. They had another Mayfield too.
Oh, I don't know.
We had the Desperado dog.
I tell you what though, that stuff we got going back real tight to that Don Mayfield stuff, buddy. That coming down off that Little John and that Little John stuff. Yes, sir. That stuff coming. That Mayfield stuff in there heavy.
Was it the same stuff that made Jocko?
Oh yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. You ever seen that blood anywhere else besides it been bred to y'all?
Nope. The only way you see that Mayfield stuff is coming through Jocko. Mayfield snake. Our book say Mayfield snake. I had to look that up real quick. I ain't sure what. See what. But you know, everybody say Mayfield.
Yeah, they had Jimmy Mayfield too. Jimmy Mayfield. What's his other guy named though? Jimmy Mayfield was another Mayfield.
That might be this dude right here.
It was Don Mayfield and Jimmy Mayfield.
Yeah, that's probably the dude my man talking about. This dude right here.
Yeah. I met the Jimmy Mayfield dude. He had the Desperado dog. He was trying to sell us some puppies off of when he came by KNS one time.
This pedigree right here posted in 2001. This is Mayfield's Joe and Mayfield Sally. I mean, Mayfield's Joe and Kennedy Sally. That's Mayfield Snake. He a two-time winner rum dog. Yeah, so this the dude you talking about, Jay. Gotta be. Because the Mayfield that we was talking about. I don't know now. Nope. I'll take that back. Jay. I take that back. They probably just ended that pedigree in 2001. Because that dog coming down, that dog got in the fourth pedigree, that dog got Toodles Red Bull, Toodles Sandry, Toodles Spike, Carver's Black Widow. So all them dogs, they're old. That's the old Mayfield. I don't know, bro. I don't know. It just looked like the old Mayfield. Maybe they cousins or something.
Mm-hmm.
Might be his nephew or some shit.
Yeah, I don't think they're related.
By the time I say Don Mayfield.
I don't think Jimmy related to Don.
Okay. I tell you what, if Jimmy knew what the hell I know, I'd go come out right now using that damn last name.
But this was in the 90s for 2000 maybe.
He come out here with the Mayfield. Hey Jay, he come out here with the Mayfield dogs right now. They gonna sell the hell out of them.
Oh yeah, you ain't lying. He had the stuff in the journal down with the Desperado dog that he had.
Yeah, Landon said the Pairs Online started in 01 too. Yep.
Yeah, I won't speak on that. Find me some wood and knock on.
Yeah, man. Salute to the chat. Salute to the chat, man. I appreciate all y'all brothers rocking with us the entire night, man. We had some good stories tonight, some good talk tonight. Appreciate all the brothers. Appreciate all the brothers. Let me send my salutes out before we get up out of here, man. Landon Hill, salute to your fam. Thanks you for coming out tonight. By time, Lionhead, Buck, salute to you, my brother. Salute to you. Let's see here, man. Liquid Lucky, man. Peace and salute, bro. Have a good night, my brother. Benny, Big Benny in the house. Yes, sir. Have a good one, fam. Let's see, man. City Boy Kennels, man. Hope you're having a good one, and brother Jamel. Enjoy you tonight, bro. Enjoy you tonight. Yes, sir. Hey, you wanna lead the chat? I'm gonna let you close it tonight, J-Bo, man.
Man, I ain't got nothing to say, man. Yeah, y'all good luck. Good night, my niggas. Y'all have a good night.